And welcome back to the Choice Pond pregame show. Adam Gore, Jim Ingram on hand here for today's matchup. Homecoming this afternoon here at ICC. And Mr. Jim, as always, a very special time when homecoming. But we do have two special notes we're going to keep an eye out for this season, or I should say in this game. Dan Ellington already has set the mark for most yards passing in a single season. He's 105 yards away from reaching the 3,000 mark. So a very special opportunity there for Dan Ellington.
I believe Dan will make it. Let's say we hope he makes it, unless he gets injured, which Lord willing he will not. He's had an outstanding year, as you mentioned, 105 yards away. And I wouldn't doubt if he doesn't do that first half.
Absolutely. You take a look at some of the Indians here on the sideline getting ready for tonight's game. And also Terry Williams, who is currently the all-time leading receiver in ICC in yardage, only 56 yards away to become the first Indian to ever receive for 1,000 yards or more.
I believe he'll do it. Terry's had an outstanding year, averaging, I think, 8 or 9 catches a game. If you throw it close to Terry, Terry's going to catch it. And he's been outstanding the entire year.
Absolutely. And both these guys, along with a lot of other Indians, really start to pick up a whole lot of offers as this season continues. We're going to talk about the playoff scenario. We've been trying to avoid this a little bit throughout the week, but we were hoping for a little bit of help Thursday night, but we didn't get it. Northeast fell to Northwest. If that was the case, if Northeast could have beat Northwest, the Indians would have been the number 2 seed in the playoffs. It didn't happen. So if the Indians do win this afternoon, we'll earn a share of the MACJC North Division title, but will not make the playoffs due to the tiebreaker. So this will be possibly, we'll say possibly, we'll not say for sure, but possibly could be the last regular season game of the year.
It's unfortunate. We are tied for the lead. It's just a tiebreaker situation, Adam. You and I have discussed it off there several times, and it's just, we dropped those 2 games early in the year to the South teams, barely, by a total of 5 points.
Yep.
It has come back to bite us, but it's still been an outstanding year. We need to finish strong. Let's finish for the win today, and we can still say we're in first place in the North.
Absolutely. You see the Captains meeting at midfield. We're just moments away from that First American National Bank opening kickoff here on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com. We're going to take another break and come back with more right after this here on FM 95 Sports.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
From the moment they were young, you cheered them on. You defended them and you encouraged them. Why? Because as a child's parent, you are their greatest influence. You always wanted them to be better, accomplish more, and make a difference. We want that too. At Itawamba Community College, we give them the opportunity to live a life above the bar.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Fresh cut bone-in quarter loin pork chops, $1.28 per pound. Red potatoes, 5-pound bag, $1.99. And Domino granulated sugar, 4-pound bag, $1.78.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. Actually going to get this thing started a little bit early here in Fulton as ICC and Holmes getting set for this First American National Bank opening kickoff. The Bulldogs will be kicking the ball, and ICC will get it to start things off here. It's going to be taken at the 15-yard line by the Indians. This is going to be number 12 knifing his way forward, and he gets knocked down right about the 35-yard line. Actually going to knock him back a little bit to about the 34-yard line. See where they officially mark it. As they've got, they moving the ball all around on us. There we go. Going to officially mark it at the 34-yard line. We do want to welcome those that might have been tuning in to the Ole Miss Arkansas game. Joining us now here on Let'sGoICCTV.com or FM 95 Sports. Heartbreak in Oxford this afternoon. Arkansas rallies to win 38-37.
I believe Ole Miss was up 31-7, and that's unfortunate. I think they had a lot of turnovers, and Arkansas found a way to win.
So it's going to be first down and 10 here for Dan Ellington. Ellington looking to throw. First pass is out, and it's going to be complete. That is going to be to Terry Williams, who gains about 6, make it 7 on the play. So to bring up second down and 3.
Adam, the guys we talked about, Ellington and help me out here, gone blank.
Terry Williams.
Terry Williams connected on the first pass, 7-yard gain. Second and 3, good start for the Indians.
So as Jim mentioned, second down and 3 to go. The ball is going to be at the 41-yard line. And it's going to be a keeper this time by Ellington, looking like he's going to call for a block. Gets it and gets out of bounds, and this time he'll run it forward, and he will pick up the first down. That's going to be a first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, give Joey a call at 662-401-7732. Of course, Joey was part of that 1977 group that was honored before the game.
No doubt, and Joey did a great job organizing that, and a super job by Dr. Jan Reed Bunch, Dr. Jay Allen, and the Community Relations Department getting that going.
First down and 10. Ellington looking to throw. Pressure. Steps back. Now throws it downfield. That's going to be slashed. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. Big time catch there. A 15-yard gain that time. So that's going to be another first down for the Indians.
Good job by the Indians, Adam. You know, 2 first downs here. Early in the game, 13:50 left in the first quarter. No score, Holmes and ICC.
Ellington looking to throw again. This time pressure, and they're going to sack him. Dropping back to the 50-yard line. That's going to be a loss of about 11 on the play. A big-time play there. As that was Fowler on the sack, so it's going to bring up a second down and about 21 here for the Indians. So the Indians going to have to get it back here. Holmes showing a lot of pressure early, Jim. Dan was able to avoid it, but that time the pocket just collapsed all around him.
You know, our first 3 plays, Adam, were pass plays, and they figured it out on the third one. I maybe had a little blitz, made the tackle.
5 wide here for Ellington in the shotgun. Pretty much been the formation for the Indians all year. Ellington looking to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Zips it across the middle. There's Terry Williams who makes the catch. And he's going to go down. Or actually, he's still fighting forward out to the 20-yard line. Gain of 30 there on the play.
Great pass by Ellington. Good catch by Terry. First and 10 Indians. The ball's at the 20-yard line of Holmes.
So the Indians get it rolling here. Dan Ellington quickly to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers here on the near side of the field, 1 up top, and that looks like Dinkins in the backfield with Ellington, and that's who's going to get the handoff. He's going to sprint to the outside, now cut back up the middle, gets out to about the 15-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play brings up second down and 5.
Good job by Dinkins. Good blocking by the interior line. 12:30 left in the first quarter, no score.
So the Indians knocking on the door and pedal to the metal with the offense here early. Looks like movement up front by Holmes, so it's going to be a free play here. Ellington tosses it and jump ball, and it's going to be incomplete. There's another flag down. So let's hold everything, and we do when we talk about flags on the play. If you're looking for all your banking needs here in Itawamba County, remember to follow the flag as you're coming off the interstate there, 78 or 22, depends on if you're old school, new school. Out there in the parking lot near Walmart, that's First American National Bank here in Fulton. So the officials are going to be talking this one over, taking a lot of time to actually talk this one over here.
Adam, we know they were offsides. This is going to be interference. Yes, sir.
All right, so the Indians do decline the offside penalty. They will take the pass interference, and that will march the ball now, I believe, to the 3-yard line maybe?
Yes, sir. First and goal. We brought in our jumbo package. Both tight ends are in. First and goal from the 3.
So it's going to be first and goal here for the Indians, as Jim mentioned. ICC knocking on the door. 12:20 to play here in the first quarter. Dinkins in the backfield with Ellington. 2 receivers One split way wide here at the bottom of your screen. It's going to be Ellington looking to throw. Now he's going to look to run. He's going to dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Indians.
3-yard run, Dan Ellington. We strike first, Adam. 12-13 left in the first quarter. Only took 2 minutes and 47 seconds for Ellington to score for the Indians.
So a big-time play there awaiting the PAT. The Indians go up early, and we listened to the pregame show. Coach Sean Cannon was talking about, Jim, very important for ICC to strike early. The Indians do so there.
Good job by the offensive line. Ellington got outside wide, ran it in. Now trying the extra point, Adam.
Caleb Comer will step into this one. The kick is up, and the kick, no good, off the upright, and ICC leads it 6-0. So a tough break there on the extra point attempt. ICC leads it 6-0 with 12:13 to go here in the first quarter. We're going to take a break and hear a word from Coke and come back with more here on FM 95 Sports. And let's go ICCTV.com.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Nah, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. 12:13 to go here in the first quarter of play. ICC leads 6-0 here over Holmes. We do want to welcome those listening on FM 95 Sports. Remind you can hear the hits of yesterday every day on FM95radio.com.
Number 7, Caleb Roebuck, will be returning for the Bulldogs.
As the Bulldogs will be awaiting this First American National Bank kick here. 12:13 to play in the first quarter. ICC leading 6-0 after the missed PAT. Kick is going to be taken right about the 11-yard line is where Holmes has it, trying to weave his way through traffic, breaks out to the 35-yard line, and that's where to be first down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. Actually going to mark it at about the 36 is where they're going to mark it, so it'll be first down and 10. Ball is going to be at the 36-yard line. Bulldogs take over for the first time this afternoon. Jim, we do know they're a run first, run second, run third, throw it if we have to type football team.
Right, we're going to see a lot of run here. And a good job of Dalton Combs, the freshman from Nettleton, his special team ace this year for ICC, made the tackle.
So it's going to be first down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. 12:07 to play in the first quarter. ICC with a 6-0 lead. Bulldogs in all white maroon hats. They're moving left to right on your radio dial. Underneath center in that wing T formation. Man in motion. That's who they're going to pitch it to. The Indians come up, trying to make a tackle on the plate. Get to the corner now. Cross the 50 down to the 45-yard line. And Mr. Jim, that's what we said. If you have to commit to either you're going to go after them or you're going to move east to west against this option-style offense.
We lost containment. Our defensive back came up too tight. He ran around them. Good opening drive for Holmes Bulldogs. You mentioned Adam. We're early in the game. 11:54 left in the first quarter. ICC 6, Holmes 0.
So Holmes on the positive side of the football field. They actually mark it back to the 48-yard line. We're to be first down and 10. That first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Once again, same play. This time they pitch it. And they're looking to throw it, and too tall that time. I said they pitch it, but they faked the pitch. Looked like they were going to their tight end who had settled in about the 40-yard line. He was open. Pass was too tall. So now to bring up second down and 10 here for the Bulldogs.
Adam trying to keep our defense honest. They actually threw the ball off a fake run, and we got to be conscious of that because they got a big tight end catch it over the middle.
Well, one good thing for the Indians is this is an offense that Holmes has that they're familiar with because Coach Sean Cannon in his previous coaching days, this is the type of offense they ran. So he is going to be familiar and be able to get some guys with some cues on things to be looking for. Second down and 10. And it's going to be a give to the fullback. Quarterback keeps it now, fakes the pitch, and he's going to be hit and dropped. And he's going to get across the 45. It looks like a gain of about 5 on the play. So it'll bring up third down and 5 here for the Bulldogs. 11:20 and counting. And you're going to hear that a lot out of me today where it's going to be a give to the fullback. Good job that time, just sticking it in his belly, riding it out as long as he could.
Pulled it out. Good fake by the quarterback. Kept the ball, got positive yardage. 3rd and 5, as you mentioned, Adam, for the Bulldogs at the 43 of ICC.
So the Indians looking to get a stop here. Possession down for the Bulldogs. 3rd down and 5. Underneath center. Same formation we've seen all day. This time the quarterback's going to keep it again. He knifes his way up. He has the first down. Is going to be hit and dropped. And a little extracurricular activity going on over there on the sidelines as one of the Holmes player comes up and just drives the Indian to the turf well after the play was over with. But good job by the officials that time not throwing the flag.
They broke it up, Adam. Good job by David Little, but, the quarterback got to the corner again. Little made the tackle, but he still got the first down you mentioned.
So it'll be a first down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. The clock is running with 10:38 and counting to go here in the first quarter of play. ICC leads 6-0 after a quick 3-yard touchdown run, or I should say a quick drive that ended in a 3-yard touchdown run by Dan Ellington. Man in motion. Looked like the fullback got an early start, no flags, and he's going to break his way out of the huddle that time, or I should say the pile, and a solid pickup of about 7 there on first down.
Good job by Quincy Hurd, because if he doesn't make that tackle, he might still be running, but still positive yardage. I believe it's a 6-yard, 7-yard gain for the Bulldogs. They're second, and let's call it 4. The ball's at the 28 of ICC.
Coming up on 10 minutes to play now here in the first quarter. As Jim mentioned, it is a gain officially of 6. Second down and 4 here for the Bulldogs. Indians need to find a way to get them off track here with their attack early. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper. He's weaving his way through traffic. Missed tackles for the Indians. And that second effort gets that first down. And I tell you what, an impressive play that time by the quarterback. He was hitting the backfield, but was actually stacked up, but able to fall forward and pick up and move the chains.
Good job, Josh Dodd, the sophomore quarterback from Kosciuszko, made a good read. Got the first down you mentioned, Adam. They're first and 10 at ICC's 23-yard line. 9:30 left in the first quarter. ICC 6, Holmes 0.
Now the Indians missed their opening extra point. A note we'll talk about after this play here. Give is going to be to the fullback. He's battling his way forward. Little to no gain. Actually, going to give him a gain of about 2 on the play. And once again, you're starting to see some of these home Bulldogs players continue to block. Well, after the play, that whistle was blown. And the officials, I'm sorry, it's the last game of the year. You might want to get that under control a little bit earlier here as that one goes out of bounds. Just a soccer update here for those that are keeping up with the Indians soccer match this afternoon. ICC trails Gulf Coast 5-1 with 32 minutes left in the second half. That's in the state semifinal matchup going on there in Richland. Second down, and let's call it 8 here. And it's going to be a keeper by the quarterback. He's weaving his way through traffic down to the 10-yard line. And that could be a first and goal situation. I believe they're going to give him inside the 10. No, actually, they're going to give him the 10. So we'll call it a first and goal here for the Bulldogs. And, Jim, the Bulldogs are just chunking it up right now in yardage, similar to the game we saw last year that turned into a shootout between ICC and the Bulldogs of Holmes.
You're right, Adam. And, they threw one pass. That was disguised. They threw it away, threw it incomplete. They've run the ball every play since then. Run the ball well right now.
Well, I told you about it. A note that we're going to have to make. The kicker for Holmes is out this afternoon with the injury, so they do not have their place kicker, so it could be a pretty big play there. We went for the pitch, and nobody home that time as the ball just falls to the turf. Good job by the quarterback for the Bulldogs to quickly fall on top of that one. So a big-time loss there of about 6 yards on the play, so it'll be now first and goal from the 16.
Yeah, second and 16. Like you said, second and goal from the 16-yard line. Defense needs to stand up here, Adam. Clock's running. It's a running ball club. The clock's moving quickly in the first quarter. 7:50 left in the first quarter. ICC 6, Holmes 0.
So the Indians lead this one 6-0, as Jim mentioned. Now this is going to be 4-down territory for the Bulldogs. Second down and goal to go from the 16. Play action fake, looking to pass. Pressure coming over the middle. Here comes the Indians, and it's going to be technically a sonic sack as the quarterback went down that time. As he was on his way down, he threw it forward and just bounced that one off the face mask of Q Lott. I tell you what, if Q Lott might have been about a step or two further away from the football, he could have picked that one off and maybe walked to the end zone.
And no, that had been a pick 6. Quarterback did throw it away, and we knocked it down. Third and goal from the 16-yard line for Holmes.
Good job by the Indians to sort of get them off track here after that incomplete pass. And so now the Indians defensively once again trying to get a stop here. And, of course, as we mentioned, probably 4-down territory here for the Bulldogs, and it's going to be a timeout taken by Holmes. Timeout on the field. We're going to hear a word from Joey Cox as ICC leads it 6-0 here with 7:37 to play in the first quarter. Back with more right after this.
With Farm Bureau, you're getting local agents, great auto rates, fast, friendly claims.
Great. Glad I went with Farm Bureau.
No, it's Farm Bureau.
Farv.
Say it with me. Farm.
Farv.
Ma. Mm. 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 You know what? Doesn't matter. Either way, you're all set.
See? That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
For coverage you can't beat, Farm Bureau Insurance.
And we do want to remind you to stop by and see Joey Cox there on 710 South Adams Street, or stop by or give him a call, 862-9340. That's 862-9340 for more information on how Joey can help you with home, auto, or life insurance. Here, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent. 7:37 to go here in the first quarter. ICC with a 6-0 lead. It's 3rd and goal from the 16 from the Bulldogs. You hear the ICC faithful below us getting fired up. Play action fake, looking to go deep. It's got a man, a drag route over the middle. The Indians recognize it in a hurry, and it's going to be a pretty solid pickup there, Jim, but it's still going to bring up 4th down and goal. The ball is going to be spotted at the 8-yard line.
You know, like you said, Adam, their regular kicker's hurt. This would be a short field goal, but they're going for it.
So they are going to line up and go for it here on 4th down. The ball is at the 8-yard line. The Indians defense asking for the ICC faithful to get fired up here. With this triple option offense, expect anything out of the Bulldogs. Holmes trying to get the guys lined up here, and it's going to be a keeper by the quarterback. He's wrapped up, and now he's going to try to pitch it, and it's taken away! The Indians going to take this one to the house, and this is going to be number 28, Keyshawn Hurd, the speedster, with a pitch. Interception or a fumble?
It's a fumble because it's a backward pitch. But Adam, he still went 90 yards with the fumble recovery in the air. Let's put it that way.
So a 90-yard fumble recovery. And that right there was a huge swing of momentum, Mr. Jim. And we talk about our What a Play Wednesday each Wednesday. Well, guess what? There it was. It's going to be something tough to top that one.
Great job. Got the crowd back into it because, let's be honest, Holmes was moving methodically down the field and a pick fumble for 90.
And we're awaiting the extra point here. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So Comer redeems himself and adds the PAT. ICC leads it 13-0, and we're going to keep it here since we just took you to a commercial break. Jared Shields back in Amory running the board for us there at FM 95 Sports. And Mr. Jim, we talked about the Indians almost had a chance to get a pick 6 earlier if they were a little bit further away from the ball. Great job that time by Keyshawn Hurd. He knew his role, what lane to field, and just had the athleticism to jump up and pick off that pitch and race it back 90 yards for a touchdown.
No doubt about it. And if you look at the replay, Adam, and we hadn't seen it yet, if Keyshawn doesn't intercept that, I think the running back scores. Because Keyshawn took a chance. He cut in front of the pitch, timed it perfectly, went 90 the other way, and all of a sudden it's not 7-6 Holmes, it's 13-0 ICC.
And there's 6:45 to go here. As this will be Roebuck back to return the kick here for this First American National Bank kickoff for the Indians. What a big-time play there and a big-time swing of momentum. But one unfortunate thing with that play, though, Jim, is that defense has got to come right back on the field.
No doubt. We didn't get a rest. We wanted Keyshawn to score. We didn't want him to take a knee, of course.
Yes.
But your defense has got to come back out.
This kickoff is going to be taken at about the 18-yard line, spinning across the 35 where he's wrapped up and knocked down and taken out of bounds. And it'll be 1st down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. They trail 13-0 after one of the best plays we've seen all season out of Keyshawn Hurd. And that's saying something because he had a big kickoff return for a touchdown as well earlier this season. So the speedster who was at Northwest this past year, at ICC this year, making some plays for the Indians.
They took him out of the game. I thought that was smart. Keyshawn, who's worn out, is getting a little breather here. Put another player in for a couple plays.
So 6:40 to play here in the first quarter. ICC leading 13-0 here over the Bulldogs. Holmes with it now, back on offense. Quarterback keeper going to follow his blocker. Gets across the way, across the 45, down to about the 46, 47-yard line. Enough for a gain of 11 and another 1st down.
You know, Holmes, that's a backbreaker, but it's early in the game, 13-0. Let's be honest, Adam, they're running the football well. So they're not going to change their game plan. It's in the first quarter. Yes, they're down 13-0, but Holmes is going to run the football.
And that's the key for ICC today. It's going to be get ahead a couple of scores, or as many scores obviously as you could, but get ahead a couple of scores and make them play from behind because this offense is not designed to play from behind. 1st down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. Coming up on 6 minutes of play in the first quarter, ICC leading 13-0. They faked the pitch. Now they're going to go deep. It's got a man, and it's going to be caught down to the 25, down to about the 20-yard line. Let's see where they mark the football. Yes, down to the 20-yard line, and a big-time play there, Jim, as that time they just sort of snuck someone down that seam route, threw over the top of it, and the Indians were trying to play catch-up, racing down the field, just could not get to him quick enough.
Right, Younger, good pass and catch, but to be honest, the ball was underthrown. We were able to react and make the tackle, but still a great gain for the Bulldogs down 1st and 10 at ICC's 20. 5:40 left in the first quarter. ICC 13, Holmes 0.
So the ball is going to be at the 20-yard line, as Jim mentioned. 1st down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. And it's going to be a pitch by the quarterback, pitch to the outside, and it's going to be a tackle after a minimum gain on the play, a gain of 1. So to bring up a 2nd down and 9 situation here. Jim, I may be seeing this weird, but it seems like that the running back or the guy that's dotting the middle of the wing T there is getting a jump before the ball is actually snapped.
Adam, I've seen it twice for the fullback. It looks like at least he's leaning before it's snapped, but he must have great timing because they hadn't called it yet. I'm going to watch the fullback again this time.
So it's going to be 2nd down. Wow, what a spot. They actually call it 2nd down and 8 now. And it's going to be a give this time to the fullback. He's stacked up at the line of scrimmage, maybe even knocked him back for a loss of 1 on the play. Good job by the Indians to read that one and I guess react early.
No doubt. And they gave it to the fullback. Nothing there, Adam. He lost a yard. 3rd and 11. The ball's at ICC's 19-yard line. 4:50 left in the first quarter. Indians 13, Holmes Bulldogs 0.
Another Renaissance Bank scoreboard update from soccer. ICC trailing 6-1 with 25 minutes left in the second half. That's the Gulf Coast, the number 19 team in the country, Gulf Coast. They're in the semifinals of the MACJC tournament. Faking the pitch, pressure coming, thrown downfield, and it's going to be in and out of the hands. Boy, that could have been offensive pass interference easy that time, as that was number 16, Tyrese Quinn, coming up and making a play on it. You saw the Holmes defender just reach out and grab his jersey, but the official in a tough position to make that call. So a break there more than anything. 1, that the pass interference wasn't called. 2, that it wasn't picked off, because I tell you what, if Tyrese catches that one, he's got a lot of green grass in front of him.
And where's Tyrese from, Adam?
That is a good Calhoun County boy.
Yes, sir.
On the good side of the river in Calhoun County, he's a Calhoun City kid. I say that because this other kid about 2 people down from he's from Bruce.
I don't know if he's listening to us right now.
Hey, if he's smart, he's not. So with 4:30 to play here, it's going to be 4th and 9 here for the Bulldogs. Looking to throw. Now he's got a man wide open. He's going to shoot it towards the sideline. Tipped around and incomplete. Great job that time by David Little, as he just sort of floated back, played center fielder that time, and broke the pass up. And so now the Indians will take over. 1st down and 10. The ball will be at the 20-yard line. Great job once again, Jim, by that defense. They bend but didn't break.
David Little has been, people have tried to pick on him this year, but he has made the plays. Let me tell you what happened then. That receiver's 6'3". David Little might be 5'10".
Yeah.
He went up and knocked the ball away. David Little has played big-time football at defensive back for the Indians this year.
Absolutely. He's going to make somebody very proud to be able to sign him in the next couple of months in December. So it's going to be a 1st down and 10 here for the Indians. 4:23 to go in the first quarter. ICC with a 13-0 advantage over the Bulldogs. Ellington is your quarterback. 2 receivers here on the near side. You have a running back in the backfield, and they're going to play action fake, go downfield, jump ball, and it's caught! Or is it? No, they're going to say he was out of bounds. What a play. That looked like that was a complete pass as Jamel Thomas went up to get it that time, but unfortunately he said he was out of bounds. I thought the defender actually carried him out of bounds, but the official said incomplete pass. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. 13-0 is your score. ICC with the football. They're moving right to left on your radio dial. Red jersey, red pants, blue helmets.
Free play, Adam. I think they're all sides. Play it. Throw the bomb.
And that's what they're going to do. Honeycutt sprinting back towards the middle of the field. He catches it, slips a tackle, still fighting forward, dragging a man down the field. And that's going to be a completion for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 54, 51 yards.
Adam, it's a free play. You saw them go outside, so you run a fly pattern. Just throw it up. It doesn't matter if it's intercepted because it's a 5-yard penalty. You decline the penalty. Great play by the Indians.
So big-time play there. And the officials are going to talk this one over as they do have the penalty down. And, of course, that penalty is declined.
No doubt. First and 10 Indians. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Indians up 13-0 and knocking on the door again, Adam. We got the ball at the 19 of the Holmes Bulldogs.
So the Indians quickly to the line of scrimmage after the officials have to go all the way back down the field and get his flag. First down and 10. Ball is on the 19. Ellington with the snap. Looking to throw. Pass across the middle is complete. Down to the 5-yard line. So a gain of 14. And ladies and gentlemen, with that pass, Dan Ellington eclipsed the 3,000-yard mark on the season. The first ICC quarterback to do that.
You know, Adam, we said first half. How about first quarter?
So a big-time completion there. And so
he broke over 3,000 yards.
And so Ellington on the slant route and caught for the touchdown. Jamel Thomas with a 4-yard reception.
Adam, we 19-0 pending an extra point. We've exploded here in the first quarter. Congratulations, Dan Ellington. Keep it going. He's led us to 3 touchdowns here. Well, 2 touchdowns. We had a pick 6, we call it, 90 yards earlier.
So waiting the PAT here from Comer. The snap is back. The kick is up. And the kick floats through good. ICC leads it 20-0 with 3:35 to play here. We're going to take a break and be back with more right after this here on Let's Go ICCTV.com and FM 95 Sports.
When I grow up, I'm going to redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen, as ICC leads it 20-0.
ICC quarterback Dan Ellington has gone over 3,000 passing yards this season.
And you hear those cheers down in front of us, Mr. Jim, as they just announced Dan Ellington becoming the first quarterback ever in ICC history to pass for more than 3,000 yards in a season.
Adam, we'd like to apologize to Dan. We said he'd do it in the first half. He did the first quarter. He took it personally.
That First American National Bank kickoff is going to be taken at the 15-yard line by the Bulldogs, trying to weave their way back through traffic. Out to the 35 is where they'll have it with a 1st and 10 situation here. Well, Jim, Coach Sean Cannon said one of his keys to victory this afternoon, brought to you by the Bank of Okolona, was going to be a quick start for the Indians. Well, guess what? 20-0. 3:27 to go here in the first quarter. They've got that quick start.
No doubt about it. And, you know, Holmes will keep running the football, but in the back of their mind, they're down 3 touchdowns. Eats up the clock running the football, but we still got to play solid defense.
So the Bulldogs with it, nearly fumble on the handoff, and that allowed the Indians defense to quickly swarm that time the quarterback, who was able to go forward for a gain of about 3 on the play. So that'll bring up a second down and 7 coming up here for the Bulldogs.
They changed quarterbacks to put Jesse Wilson in, the 5'8 sophomore, 5'8 freshman from Vicksburg. He's now playing quarterback for Holmes.
So second down and 7, second down and 8. Let's call it a short 8, long 7 here for the Bulldogs. As Jim mentioned, a new quarterback in the contest here for Holmes. ICC leading 20-0 with 2:49 to play here in the first quarter. Reverse, but the Indians read it. Big time play that time by number 23, Q Lott. That's how you play that option offense. You've got an assignment, you've got a lane. That's your responsibility. That time Q Lott stuck with it.
Great play by Q Lott. You know, lost yardage at him. Now it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 14. Probably force Holmes to think about passing the ball this time, and that's not their strength usually.
So a loss of 7 on the play. And now the Bulldogs will come out with possession down here. 2:18 and counting to go in the first quarter. ICC with a 20-0 lead. The Bulldogs going underneath center. 2 receivers on the far side of the field, 1 here at the bottom. They do go with the play action, looking to go deep. Pump fake, nothing there. Now the Indians rolled out, had pressure, but lost him. Quarterback's now going to chunk it downfield. And it's going to be fallen incomplete. Could have easily been called pass interference on the Indians that time, but I think they said both guys kind of incidentally bumped into each other after the quarterback scrambled. Ball falls incomplete. 1:59 to go here, so now to be 4th down and 14 should be a punting situation for the Bulldogs.
Good job, our defense again, Adam. We're forcing them to throw the football, which is not their strength. Our defense is getting off the field. As we mentioned, they've been bending but not breaking, forcing the punt with 2 minutes left in the first quarter, 20-0 ICC.
We'll give you a soccer scoreboard update after this punt. And it's going to be nearly blocked. Wow, he just dropped it and picked it up. Probably could have kicked it.
He should have kicked it.
And the Indians take over with a short field there. Very unique situation on that play. So we do have a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update from the state semifinals in soccer. It's now 6-2 Gulf Coast over ICC there in the semifinals. Don't have the time left on that one, but the Indians trailing in this. I tell you what, Gulf Coast is an extremely good soccer team. They've won like 21 straight in division play. So ICC trails at 6-2. There in the second half in the state semifinals. So 1:45 to play here. The Indians will take over. The ball is going to be spotted at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Indians after what was almost a block punt. The punter just dropped it, picked it up, and ran with it. Ellington gets the high snap, looking to throw. Pressure coming over the middle. Now Ellington trying to run, gets away from a couple of guys. Now he's got a lot of green grass and is just going to step out of bounds. So a whole lot of running that time for Ellington. There's a flag down on the far side of the field, though. So we're going to see what the officials sort out here. The flag came well after the play was over with. Looks like he was able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. So let's see what they call here. Sign light warning on Holmes. So he was able to scramble around and get back to the original line of scrimmage. No loss on the play. 2nd down and 10.
2nd down and 10 for ICC from the 32.
So the ball will be at the 32-yard line. Clock is running now. Inside a minute and a half to play here.
Thought he went out of bounds.
Well, they said run it.
Hey, that's what I saw. Hey, that's okay.
I guess once they spot the football, they say, let's go with it. Hey, we get out of here early. That'd be fine. So Ellington is going to fake the handoff. Now gets it out to Terry Williams, who slips a tackle. Now tries to get to the outside. That cuts back up the middle, across the middle, and down to the 20-yard line. Nifty running after the catch that time by Terry Williams. Good for a gain of 12.
Adam, he should have been tackled 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He broke 2 tackles, juked about 2 guys, and outran 2 guys. Unbelievable effort by Terry Williams.
Looking like a young Jim Ingram out there on the field.
No, I don't believe so.
So it's going to be a 1st down and 10. Inside a minute to play now here in the first quarter. ICC with a 20-0 lead, trying to build on that here. Ellington surveying the defense. Out of the shotgun. Going to play action fake now out to Terry Williams. Williams trying to make a play, gets to the outside, tucks it under, and is going to be drug out of bounds with 38 seconds to play here in the first quarter. That is going to be a gain of 10 on the play. And with that catch, Terry Williams now goes over the 1,000 mark in the season, and the first ever receiver to do that at ICC as well.
He got it. 1st and goal, Adam. We got the ball at the 10-yard line. We're up 20-0. Clock running, 23 seconds left in the first quarter.
So the clock is rolling here. This time there's going to be a handoff up the middle, and the Indians, looks like, is this Salisbury with it?
I believe it was Salisbury.
So Salisbury on the carry, and that's going to do it for the first quarter of play. As I didn't start the clock when it needed to start. As here we go, and the ICC leads it now 20-0 after 1 quarter of play. We're going to take a break and be back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef. No, corn-fed. On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce. Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkey's for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesar's Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza, pizza.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. When
And I'll run that Little Caesar ad a little bit later here as we're back to action now, starting the second quarter of play. ICC in control early, Mr. Jim, and a chance to knocking on the door here once again. It's 20-0 ICC, but they're at the 5-yard line. Ellington going to pitch it out. This is going to be Salisbury. Salisbury trying to get to the outside. He's going to be hit, and no, he never went down. Oh, the official blew the whistle too early that time. Slash never went down on the play. The official just blew an inadvertent whistle, and that's actually going to be knocked back for a loss of 4 on the play.
3rd and goal, Adam, as you mentioned, back at the 9-yard line, but 3rd and goal, trying to take control of this game early. We have a 20-0 lead, knocking on the door again.
So with 14:30 and counting, ICC with it now. 3rd and goal. Ball is going to be at the 9. Ellington gets the snap. Looking to throw. Throws it to the back of the end zone. Is it caught? Yes! 9-yard touchdown pass, and I missed who that was. That was actually Terry Williams.
And with that catch, he goes over 1,000 yards on the season.
So Terry Williams with that catch, a 9-yard touchdown pass with 14:14 to go here in the second quarter.
Flag on the play after the play, and I think we're going to get a
excessive celebration
penalty, which it was questionable. Terry was excited about the touchdown. I think that's what they're going to call. Well, they picked the flag up.
So apparently, nope. Now they're going to talk it over here. So they're going to call
on to number 2.
Call it taunting. So the touchdown goes. So either way it goes, the touchdown stands. The Indians lead 26-0, and ICC is going to go for 2. Try to even things up here. Ellington on the fake, nothing going there. Good job by the Bulldogs reading that one and hold everything. Wow. What a block by the Indians on the backside. And now you're starting to see Holmes getting a little upset that the Indians lead this one 26-0. But I'm going to say this, somebody just went to Suplex City in the back of the end zone when the Indians just threw a big-time block there. And you saw Holmes coming up, pushing and shoving after the play. Unfortunately, Jim, this time of season, when you know there's going to be no post-game chances afterwards, you start to see young men get a little frustrated when they look up and see 26-0 on the scoreboard.
Right, and they need to get control of the game. You mentioned, Adam, we need the referees to take control of the game because also at the end of that play, a defender who tackled Ellington just stayed on top of him.
Yep.
Dan could not get up, so it just looked chippy out there. We're in the second quarter, 14-14 left in the second quarter. It's all ICC right now, 26-0 over Holmes.
We're getting ready for another First American National Bank kickoff here off the foot of Caleb Comer. The Indians were chasing the points on that last one, just trying to even things up here.
But he will graduate in the spring as the all-time leading receiver in ICC football history. Congratulations, number 7, Terry Williams.
And there you heard it there. Terry actually set the mark last season for most receiving yards in a single season at right around 901 yards, I believe. Has eclipsed that with 1,000 yards, so he will graduate ICC as the all-time leading receiver in ICC history. So congratulations to Terry Williams. He was an All-American last year, has improved on those numbers this year. You got to think he's going to be another All-American candidate this season.
No doubt about it. Adam, we are kicking off from our 20 after a 15-yard penalty.
So Comer will step into this kick. It's going to drive him back to about the 23-yard line is where the Bulldogs will have it. Bring it across the 40. A seam's open up the middle. And the Indians close it in a hurry as he's going to be hit and dropped just shy of the 50-yard line. And so the Bulldogs will take over there. First down and 10. The ball is going to be put, I believe, at the 49. Yes, will be where the Bulldogs have it. First down and 10. Montario Montgomery on the tackle for the Indians. You gotta like Montario. He's listed as a second-string quarterback, but he just tells Coach, give me any opportunity to play and make something happen for my football team.
How many quarterbacks you see on the kickoff team? That never happens. Great job by Montario.
So first down and 10. Ball is at the 49-yard line here for the Bulldogs. ICC leads it 26-0. Man in motion. A give is going to be to the fullback, and the Indians stack that one up at the line of scrimmage and actually knocking back for a loss of about a half a yard. So we're going to call it second down and 10 here for the Bulldogs as the clock runs, 13:55 and counting until halftime. We do want to invite you to stay tuned at halftime for our Little Caesars halftime show. We'll have our homecoming ceremony, always a great special moment here in Fulton.
No doubt about it. Proud of our homecoming corps, proud of the entire homecoming experience. It's been a great time this weekend being a Indian.
So second down and 10 is the situation.
Bulldogs are out of their game plan now.
And so second down and 10. And the give is going to be the man up the middle, and it's going to be a gain of about 6 on the play. Nice run that time by the fullback. He just powered his way through, as that's going to be number 3, Cameron Brent, and he's the leading rusher this season for the Bulldogs.
Adam, a good play by the defense. As you mentioned, you got 5 or 6 yards, but it's third down, 3rd and 4 for Holmes. The ball's at our 45-yard line. We're early in the second quarter, 13 minutes left. ICC 26, Holmes 0.
Ball's at the 45. Continue to run is the clock. Inside 13 minutes to play now. Man in motion and stops. Now the Bulldogs going to look to the sideline to get the play. 7 seconds now on the play clock. Make it 5. And it's going to be a give. Nope, the quarterback's going to keep it. Now he's going to try to pitch it outside. Gets the pitch away, and it's going to be good enough for the first down. Great effort that time by the quarterback, number 9, Jesse Wilson. He was halfway to the turf before he pitched that one away, and he was able to get it, and the running back, Bryant, was able to sort of wiggle his way across for that first down.
You know, give Holmes credit. They're still staying with their game plan, run the football. They got a first down. They're at our 36-yard line. First and 10, 12:30 left in the second quarter, 26-0 ICC.
The number 20 Indians leading the Bulldogs here, but the Bulldogs once again marching down the field. The ball is going to be at the 36-yard line. First down and 10 here for Holmes. Man in motion, and it's going to be a pass situation here. Quarterback looking, plenty of time to throw, zips it across the middle, tip ball, and it's going to fall harmlessly to the turf, as that one was intended for Sean Walton. Just a little bit too much mustard on that pass, Jim.
Too much mustard, plus a little bit behind them, Adam. Didn't lead them, and pass went incomplete. Second and 10, Holmes, 12:09 left in the second quarter. We mentioned ICC 26, Holmes, Bulldogs 0.
And we do invite you once again to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime show. We'll have the homecoming court and also the ICC All-American Band halftime performance here on FM 95 Sports and Let'sGoICCTV.com. So after the no gain on the play, quarterback keeper is going to get the ball out to about the 35, so a gain of 1 should bring up about 3rd and 9 situation here for the Bulldogs. That was Wilson on the carry.
It is 3rd and 9, Adam. You know, what are they going to do? They like to run the football, but this is probably a passing down for the Bulldogs. You know, probably 4-down territory. They got the ball at our 35. They're down 26-0. Probably see them go with the ball twice here.
So the ball is at the 35. The line to make is going to be the 26 for the Bulldogs in that wing tee. Once again, going to man in motion, play action fake. Indians bringing pressure off the corner, and it's going to be a jump ball. Does he catch it? Yes, he does, but he's going to be shy of the first down marker. Going to be shy of about 1 yard. So, as you said, Jim, with it being 4th and 1, you got to figure the Bulldogs in 4-down territory will go for it here.
No doubt, Adam. Good pass and catch. 4th and 1, Holmes. The ball is at our 27-yard line. The line to make is the 26-yard line.
So, big time play here for the Indians after that pickup of 8. The Bulldogs trying to keep this drive alive. The Indians trying to get the defense off the field here. Inside 11 minutes to play until halftime. 4th and 1. A long one. Let's call it 1.5. So the Bulldogs staying in that same formation. This time 2 receivers on the near side of the field. And it's going to be a give to Bryant. Nothing doing as the Indians just pin their ears back. And leading the way that time was the sophomore, number 30, Travis Silo. Knock him back for a loss of 2 on the play, or loss of 1 on the play. And the Indians take over on downs.
You know, Adam, our defense, you know, we've talked about making plays this year. Late in this year, they've made plays. That's why I'm on a 3-game winning streak, I believe. And another great job by the defense. Take over on downs here.
So 10:37 to play. The Indians get it back on offense. They lead 26-0 over the Bulldogs. One thing you do got to keep in mind now is the mercy rule. The rule of 38. Once we hit a 38-point lead, the clock continues to run. So that kind of explains why Sean was going for 2 on that last play. So the Indians will have it first down and 10. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Dan Ellington is your quarterback. Looks like that is going to be Kadarius Forsythe in the backfield.
I believe it's Huddleston. Put Huddleston out there now.
Okay, it is Huddleston. Plenty of time to throw. Passes complete, and it's going to be the Slash who makes a man miss. Now trying to get up the field, looking for a block. Gets one, keeps his balance, battling forward, and what a play by Slash. I tell you what, Mr. Jim, there's a lot of schools out there right now on the next level overlooking that young man. Christian Salisbury just makes big things happen.
No doubt about it. You know, all of our receivers this year make plays after they catch the football. They all can run. They all catch the ball, doing a great job.
So another big-time pickup there, moves the chains, and that's going to be another Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, first down. Passes out to Thomas, little bubble screen pass. Thomas spins forward across the 35, down to about the 34-yard line is where the Indians will have it with a 2nd down and 2 situation.
You know, a good safe pass. Thomas caught the ball, got a block from one of the wide receivers, broke 1 tackle. She mentioned Adam, got 8 yards.
So the Indians with it. Hurrying to the line of scrimmage. Ellington now will look to the sideline. Has 3 receivers here on the near side. One all alone on the far side of the field. That's going to be Malik Honeycutt, who looks like he has one-on-one coverage on the far side of the field. Yes, that is still number 27, Keegan Huddleston, in the backfield with Ellington. 2nd down and 10. And the play-action pass is basically the same play we just saw. Jamel Thomas following the blocks downfield, and another pickup of a first down and a pickup of about 11 on the play that time. Great job that time by the Indians.
Adam, they're giving the short pass. You know, he's just standing up, throwing the ball about 5 yards down the field, letting our guys make the plays with their legs. Keep using that play if they're not going to come up and cover closely.
So it's going to be a first down and 10. Indians on the move. They lead 26-0 here over the Bulldogs. 9:15 and counting to go. Ellington gets the snap back, passes it across the field, and it's going to be caught. Yes, it is. That pass is complete. That's going to be Reed on the reception. And they say keep the clock rolling here as the Indians marching down the field. And that's going to be a pickup of another first down. And that's going to be a first down being brought to you by Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, give Joey a call at 662-401-7732 or stop by and see him at 710 South Adams Street here in Fulton. We've got a final score in soccer this afternoon. We'll give that to you after this play. 26-0 ICC with the lead. Ellington gets the snap, looking to throw. Goes out to the flat. It is caught to Terry Williams. Terry Williams turns around, stretches the ball across for the touchdown. 13-yard touchdown pass from Dan Ellington to Terry Williams. Back-to-back touchdown tosses between those sophomores. And the Indians lead this one 32-0. As that was prime time. Marcus Wyndham.
Yes, sir. Our wide receiver coach who's got them rolling today, Adam. Spreading the ball. You know, we saw Michael Reed from New Jersey, the sophomore wide receiver, catch a pass a while ago. He can't get on the field because we got such good receivers. We got 4 or 5 guys that can catch the ball and run.
Snap back. The kick is up, and the kick is good. ICC leads it 33. I put that on the wrong side.
33-0. 8:27 left in the second quarter. ICC 33, Holmes 0.
We said we were going to give you a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update. Let's do that now. It's a final. ICC falls to Gulf Coast 7-2 in the semifinals of the MACJC State Tournament. Great run by the Indians soccer team, Coach Mike Sullivan, and the Indians making it to the semifinals of the MACJC State Tournament. But I tell you what, Gulf Coast, that's a very special soccer team that the Indians had to face this afternoon.
No doubt about it. And Adam, let's mention the girls team. Coach David Strother and the girls team made the playoffs this year, had a great season, maybe one of the best seasons they've ever had. So soccer looks promising. You know, Coach Strother and Coach Sullivan done a great job.
And so this will be a First American National Bank kickoff coming here off the foot of Caleb Comer. ICC leads this one 33-0. 8:27 to go in the first half.
Adam, I didn't expect this. I knew we'd come out and play well, but, you know, we have stopped Holmes, and we hadn't punted all day, and we've been scoring.
This First American National Bank kick is going to be taken at the 6-yard line by the Bulldogs. Getting a good block down the sideline now. Turns it up the field. One man to beat. Tries to cut back inside, and good job that time by the Indians of use the sideline as your friend, as that was number 28, Keyshawn Hurd, coming up to wrestle him out of bounds. I tell you what, Mr. Jim, if Keyshawn doesn't make that play, that's going to be a kick return for a touchdown.
You know, Caleb Roebuck has caught every kick for them today. He's a good, smooth-looking running back, a freshman from Alabama. He's returned the ball every time at least to 35, this time to the 45.
So it'll be a first down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. 8:18 to play here in the second quarter. Bulldogs with it. They trail 33-0. So the Bulldogs taking their time. 15 seconds on the play clock now. And they're going to pitch it out wide. Indians saw that one coming. There is a flag down. Good blocking downfield by the Bulldogs, and that's going to be a solid pickup of about 6, maybe 7 on the play if it stands, but there is a flag down, typically in the area of holding. So let's go to the field here. Remind you when there's a flag on the field to follow the flag for all your banking needs here in Itawamba County. That's First American National Bank, located there near Walmart. You see the great big American flag there in the parking lot. That's where you know First American National Bank is proud to serve you. Tommy Chamley and company always doing a great job for us here at ICC.
No doubt about it. David Brown, Tommy Chamley, Tyler Camp, all those guys do a great job. First American National Bank, we're proud of them.
So actually called illegal procedure on the play instead of holding. So the Indians will accept that penalty and drive them back here after the play. So instead of a 10-yard penalty, it's a 5-yard penalty, so it brings up first down and 15. We'll try to give you some more Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates from some college football action going on throughout the country. So it's going to be first down and 15 here. And they're going to run the option, and the quarterback's now going to pitch it. Beautiful pitch, but the Indians right there to stop the play that time. I tell you what, boy, I am more and more impressed with this number 9, Jesse Wilson, who has came in and took over at quarterback. But, man, what a great play. That's the second time we've seen him pitch it and make a pretty good decision halfway down to the turf.
No doubt about it. They're still competing, Adam. You know, they're down 33-0. ICC's jumped all over Holmes. Still competing hard. They got their 5 yards back. 2nd and 10 Holmes. The ball's at their own 45-yard line. 7:25 left in the second quarter. ICC 33, Holmes 0.
We'll give you some scores throughout the country after this play. And it's going to be a handoff to the fullback, and it's going to be a big-time scene here. Across for the first down and then some. Cuts back across the middle to the 30. Looking to get to the 25, trying to pick up a block. Does so. Still weaving his way and finally decides to run out of bounds. What a big-time run that time. And a good-looking run, Mr. Jim, by number 3, Cameron Brent, the leading rusher for him. And you know big-time plays like that are going to come.
No doubt about it. He's their outstanding rusher. The up-back, the fullback. First time he's broke it all day for a distance. But good job by Holmes' offensive line. 1st and 10 Holmes. The ball is at the 23 of ICC.
Georgia leading Florida 21-0. That's with 1:40 to go in the first quarter of play. Vanderbilt, South Carolina tied at 7. Going to give it to the first man through. Looks like he gets down to about the 20-yard line. We're to be second down, and let's call that 7 after a gain of 3. Fox and Towns in on the tackle that time for the Indians. Of course, we already talked about it. Well, we won't talk about it too much more this afternoon. Ole Miss drops a 38-37 decision to Arkansas. Ole Miss was in control of that one early and just couldn't find a way to win it.
Couldn't end the game. Unfortunate for the Rebels.
So Bulldogs looking to throw. Goes out to the flat just a little too low that time as the ball falls incomplete. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 situation. Let's look at some other scores. Of course, these scores being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. For all your banking needs and for more information, visit renaissancebank.com. It's 7-7 Notre Dame and NC State. That one going on in South Bend this afternoon. Colorado leading California 27-14. Kansas State leading Kansas 10-6. 2:56 to go in the first quarter, and Indiana leading Maryland after 16-7. We'll talk about some more of those scores as we continue here. It's going to be the option play here. Quarterback is going to run, and he's going to be hit and knocked down. Good job pursuing from the backside that time by number 35 for the Indians. That was Drake Wallace coming in and stopping the play.
Drake Wallace and Devin Hollins combined on the tackle, Adam. Good job, good pursuit by our defense. We like this shutout. Let's keep it going. 6 minutes left in the second quarter. 33-0. ICC all over Holmes. Holmes moving the ball. 4th and down and 5 yards to go. It's at IC's 18. They go all the way down to the 13. They're going for it, Adam.
So as Mr. Jim mentioned, 4th down and 5. We'll give you some top 25 scores throughout the country, and there is a slight upset going right now. So the Bulldogs with it, looking to go to work, looking to the sideline, and that should be a delay of game penalty. There they're going to say reset the play clock. The give is up the middle. Not enough for that first down. Needed to get to about the, or actually
it's close, Adam.
Going to give them a pretty favorable mark there. And now they may have to measure this, or are they going to look to the side and they're going to say, nope. Turnover on downs, and the Indians get the stop.
Defense stood up again, Adam. We bent today, but have not broken so far.
And I tell you what, the Bulldogs got a gift there from the referees. The play clock went to 0 and still about a 2.5 count before they snapped the football after it went to 0. And so the officials kind of just letting this thing run here. 5:20 to play in the first quarter. ICC leading this one 33-0. The next touchdown, and we'll have a running clock in this one. We talked about the top 25 matchups. Number 25, Iowa State leading number 4, TCU 7-0. That's after 1 quarter of play. Number 16, Michigan State leading Northwestern 7-0. Number 2, Penn State over number 6, Ohio State 14-3 after 1. Dan Ellington looking to throw, plenty of time. Finding the pocket collapse, and now Dan's going to look to run. He's going to throw it down the field, and it's going to be out of bounds. And a good job that time by Dan, just buying as much time as he could to try to find somebody. Didn't have anything, made the smart decision to throw that one to the Holmes coach.
You're right. Dan Ellington's made some smart plays throughout the year. He's got enough athleticism. Even when he's being hit, he throws the ball out of bounds and does not take the loss.
We'll give you some final scores from some of the top 25 teams in the country. As ICC, the number 20 team in the country, leading 33-0 here over the Bulldogs with 5:12 to go until halftime. Ellington is your quarterback, and he's going to hand it off. And this is going to be Salisbury. Salisbury trying to break it to the outside, knifing his way back across the middle. And that was one of the most exciting 1 or 2 yard gains since Deuce McAllister played in Oxford.
You know, we hadn't seen Slash or Salisbury play tailback, but he's now carried the ball 2 or 3 times this ball game.
So that's going to be a gain of 3 on the play. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 situation. Other final scores throughout the country. Stanford, number 20, hangs on to defeat Oregon State 15-14. Memphis, the number 24 team in the country, they defeat Tulane 56-26. Number 8, Miami, defeats North Carolina 24-19. 3rd down and 7, 4:31 and counting here. Ellington with time to throw now rolls out. Pressure coming from Holmes. Zips it across the field. Wide open is Terry Williams. Williams going to knife away across the field, still on his feet, making guys miss, looking to pick up some blocks, and picks up the ball out to the 39-yard line. Beautiful play that time by the Indians. And Terry Williams, somebody from Holmes just lost him that time as he was able to go forward and pick up that 1st down.
Good job by Terry Williams. Good blocking by the offensive line, and we say this often, good job by Dan Ellington finding the open man, Adam. 1st and 10 Indians, 4 minutes left in the second quarter. 33-0 Indians all over Holmes.
Ellington with the fake. Was going to try to set up the screen. Holmes read that one nicely. Throws it out of bounds, and that was actually caught well that time by Cortez Ivy on the sidelines. Unfortunately, he's an offensive lineman that was down there talking to Coach Williams, looked up and caught it and hauled it in. Q-Lot coming down, showing Ivy some love.
And Ray Williams, the coach, gave him some love also, Adam, on a great catch on the sideline.
Speaking of Ray Williams, let's talk about an ICC spotlight. This competed in the Raw World Powerlifting National Championships in Orlando, Florida. Well, what did he squat, ladies and gentlemen? Only 1,030 pounds.
Oh, he can do better than that. Weren't you in that competition, too?
I was.
I thought you were.
He beat me by 1,032 pounds. So the clock rolling here. Ellington's going to hand it off. And a minimum pickup there on 2nd down. Good job by the Bulldogs coming up and recognizing the run early.
I think that's Forsythe's first carry of the game.
I think you're right. The Indians have not ran it much, so now it's going to be 3rd down. 3rd down and 6 after that gain of 4 by Forsythe. So we're going to try to find you some more scores. We talked about finals. You got Oklahoma State defeated, they're number 11 in the country, defeated number 22 West Virginia 50-39, and number 5 Wisconsin winning 24-10 over Illinois. So Ellington, plenty of time to throw. Now loads up, got a man down the middle of the field. That's going to be Honeycutt. Oh, just in and out of his hands that time. as Honeycutt going to look back at the film and kind of be upset he didn't haul that one in.
You know, he had to turn to the other shoulder, and I don't think he got focused enough there at the end. It was to be a tough catch. We're going to punt for the first time today, Adam.
So this will be a punt coming up. This is a Little Caesars punt coming your way. Remind you, if you want a hot and ready pizza for only $5, stop by and check out the fine folks at Little Caesars right there on South Adams Street here in Fulton. So the first punt of the afternoon coming up here for the Indians. And the kick is away. It's a wobbling kick. It's going to hit and roll, take an Indian roll. And it's going to be picked up by the Bulldogs, and he thought about running it forward. Good coverage by the Indians to knock him down and not give them anything easy. So the Bulldogs will take over with 3 minutes to go here in the first half of play. ICC in control, 33-0 here over Holmes on homecoming. We do want to remind you in about 3 minutes, stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime show. We'll have the ICC All-American Band. We'll have the recognition of the Alumnus of the Year and the Hall of Fame inductees as well. And then we'll also have the homecoming court coming your way. So a whole lot coming your way here, part of the Little Caesars halftime show.
No doubt about it, Adam. We look forward to that. It's been an outstanding weekend so far, and our Indians are making it even better by controlling this ball game.
So it's going to be a handoff. This is going to be Bryant up the middle, slipping off some tackles, weaving his way forward out to about the 19-yard line. And I tell you what, I am very impressed by this Cameron Bryant kid. You take a look at him, Mr. Jim. He's listed at 5'10", 220. He's out of Georgia. This kid is a good running back.
No doubt about it. As you mentioned, he's out of Georgia, Lawrenceville, and sophomore running back. He's been steady all year for the Bulldogs.
Gain of 6 brings up 2nd down and 4 here for the Bulldogs. Looking to throw. Pressure coming up the middle, and it's going to be thrown away to avoid the sonic sack that time, as the Indians bring a little delayed pressure up the middle. And once again, you see the offensive line of Holmes kind of getting a little chippy out there, carrying the play well through after the whistle blows. So the officials, as I said, probably going to talk things over at halftime. You might see some flags early in the second half to kind of get these guys back in line.
She mentioned, Adam, it's 33-0. ICC up, 2:27 left in the halftime. Third down, 3rd and 5 for Holmes.
So the Bulldogs with it. Coming to the line of scrimmage. They've been underneath center all afternoon. Quarterback's going to pitch it out wide. Get some good blocks downfield. Jumps over a guy and dives forward for the first down. Good extra effort that time by number 18. That was Rashad Pittman going forward. If he doesn't make that leaping attempt that time, Jim, he doesn't get the first down.
No doubt about it. He went over 3 guys in the air. Give him credit for hustle. Keep possession of the football. 2:20 left in the halftime. 33-0. ICC up. Holmes with the ball at their own 25-yard line.
So the Indians, as Jim mentioned, in control of this one. Holmes with the football. Sending a man in motion. Now they're going to fake the pitch, look to throw. Pressure coming up the middle. That's where they're going to go with it. Pass is complete. First completion, I believe, of the afternoon by the Bulldogs. And it's going to get the ball out to the 48-yard line. And it'll be another first down. That first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, give Joey a call at 662-401-7732. Or stop by and see him there on 710 South Adams Street here in Fulton.
First and 10, Holmes. Ball's at their own 48-yard line. 33-0. ICC up. 1:40 left in halftime.
So the Bulldogs go to the huddle, break it with about 13 seconds on the play clock, come to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be the fake. Now the quarterback thought about it, tried to keep it, and then pitched it out. And it's going to be a solid pickup there once again on first down. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and short situation. As that was Pittman once again on the run. Pittman has kind of been the catalyst for this Holmes offense this afternoon.
No doubt about it. Devin Hollins on the tackle. And by the way, Devin Hollins is our leading tackler this year for the ICC Indians. Been steady all year.
So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 4 situation. Yes, 2nd down and 4 after that gain of 6. Clock stopped as the player went out of bounds. 1:28 to play here in the first half. ICC leading 33-0. Looking to throw. Pressure coming from the Indians. And he's going to avoid it and then just chunk it out of bounds towards the ICC All-American Band. And good coverage that time by the Indians.
There's about 15 ladies in the band that just ran about a 4-2 the other way when they saw that ball coming toward them.
And you notice Arterius Moore went out of his way to go get the football that time.
Yeah, he's trying to be nice to the officials and saying hello to the band members.
I think that might be more what it was there, as he was maybe introducing himself to a couple of the dancers on the sideline.
He's just trying to be nice.
Yeah, being courteous. I think you're right. Yeah, he was going to get the ball for the officials. So 1:20 to play here. 3rd down and 4 for the Bulldogs. ICC leading 33-0. And the quarterback now is going to pitch it out, try to get it outside, and it's going to be Pittman, and he has the first down, breaks a tackle, and gets out near the 35-yard line. Once again, what a great job that time by the quarterback, Jesse Wilson. He put the ball in the stomach of Bryant that time, held it almost too long, and then was able to get the pitch out to Pittman, who moved the chains for another first down for the Bulldogs.
You know, they stay their game plan. They're going to run the option at them.
So the ball now is going to be at about the 36-yard line, looking to throw. Pressure coming, and the Indians get him. That's going to be a sonic sack for ICC, and that's Dalen Fox along with a couple of his teammates coming in there and lowering the boom, and that's going to be a timeout taken by the Bulldogs. Timeout on the field. We're going to take it with them. Why not? Let's hear from Sonic after that sonic sack. ICC leads it 33-0 with 54 seconds left to play here. Back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports, and let's go ICCTV.com.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99? Last time we ate this good for $2.99, we were in college.
No, I was in college. You were in denial.
That's not true.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99?
Man, I can't believe they still hand make the onion rings.
Oh, then you're gonna love this. It's hand folded.
Oh, it's a swan.
It's a napkin, dude.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. 33-0 is your score. ICC with the lead. There's 53.8 seconds, so let's call it 54 seconds to go until halftime. ICC leading it here on homecoming.
Adam Holmes took a timeout. Now they're back at the line of scrimmage. You mentioned 53 seconds left till halftime.
So the Bulldogs with it. Second down, and about 16 to play. Looking to throw, plenty of time, rolling out, zips it down the field, and the pass is it complete? Yes, it is. Great catch on the sidelines there by number 80 for the Bulldogs. That was Stephen Burdett on the reception, and it's going to pick up a large amount of that yardage back, so it's going to bring up a third down and about 2-3-2 situation here. So third down and 3, third down and 2.
Adam Holmes has one timeout left. Ball went out of bounds then. They're on our 29-yard line, so they got to watch the clock here and use that timeout wisely, try to get some points up before halftime.
So the Bulldogs with it, third down and 2. They fake the pitch, looking to throws, going towards the end zone, got a man, and just too far. Couldn't quite haul that one in that time, going up with that one-handed catch. And I think if he tries to go up for two hands, might have been able to pull that one in that time.
You're right, Adam. That's a big play. Fourth down, 4th and 3. The 40 seconds left halftime. They're at our 29-yard line. Of course, they're going to go for it here. Trying to get some points on the board. As we mentioned, ICC 33, Holmes 0 right before halftime.
So the Bulldogs with it now. Fourth down. And 2, maybe 3. About 2.5. Fake on the pitch. Now they're going to pitch it. Good decision made that time by the quarterback. He held on that thing as long as he could, and I know we sound like a broken record, ladies and gentlemen, but if you've never watched the triple option offense, when it's working and working well, it is a thing of beauty.
No doubt about it. You watch Georgia Tech, you watch Air Force. They run kind of a similar offense, and they run it well.
So the out of bounds it goes with 34 seconds to play here. Is 1st and 10 now for the Bulldogs, trying to get on the board here and carry a little bit of momentum going into the halftime. ICC leads it 33-0. Remind you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime show. We'll have the homecoming court and much, much more coming your way here on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com. And so it's going to be a give to the fullback, and he bounces it to the outside. It looked like he was caught up in the middle of the field that time, but instead was able to bounce it out, and that was Cameron Brent once again, and boy, he's showing why he is such a special running back.
What a smart play to get out of bounds, save that one timeout. 1st and goal, they got the ball at our 9-yard line.
So 1st and goal with 28.4 seconds to play here. You know, Coach Sean Cannon, who is also the defensive coordinator for the Indians, really wanting to pin his ears back here and not give up a touchdown late here in the first half. Bulldogs with it, 1st and goal. And they are looking to throw. Pass coming across the middle is caught. Does he get in the end zone, though? I don't think so. There is a flag down on the field, though. Younger hauls it in at the 1-yard line. And that's going to be a personal foul called on the Indians, actually. He pointed towards the Bulldogs, but said it was on number 24, Arterius Moore.
So this will be a 2-inch penalty. The ball's already at the half-yard line.
Ball will be placed inside the 1-yard line after the penalty against the Indians.
So after the penalty, the Bulldogs will get it here, and they're going to spike it.
He wanted to stop the clock, but I would have run a play, I think.
Yeah, with 20 seconds
Plus,
left.
you have a timeout.
And a timeout. The Bulldogs spike it. That
was strange.
Yeah, I'll say a little curious.
Bulldogs spike the ball.
And now the Indians are going to take a timeout. Timeout on the field. We're going to take the timeout with them. Let's hear from Little Caesars. Be back with more. ICC leads it 33-0 with 20 seconds left, but the Bulldogs at the 1.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza. Need money now? Get a choice pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Out of the timeout, ICC leads it 33-0 with 20 seconds left to go here. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line for the Bulldogs. They moved the ball down the field after the penalty, then spiked the ball on 1st down, and then the Indians take the timeout here to regroup on 2nd down. So the Bulldogs will come out of the huddle from the sideline. 20 seconds to play here. ICC trying to come in and get the stop to give the quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to get in the end zone and a touchdown. Touchdown for the Bulldogs with 16 seconds on the clock. That's going to be a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Bulldogs get on the board.
Jesse Wilson, we've been impressed with him. And let's give Holmes credit where credit's due. They're really out of the ball game. We're up 33-0. We dominated. But they take the ball down right before half, get some points on the board, get a little momentum, give them credit for not cashing it in right here.
So the Bulldogs, as expected this afternoon, will be going for 2 as their kicker is hurt coming into today's game. They did have somebody warming up kicking before the game, but as anticipated, would end up going for 2 for most of the afternoon. So this is going to be Wilson back underneath the center, and he's going to keep it, and he's going to take it in for 2. So the 2-point conversion is good, and that makes it 33-8 in favor of the Indians. Will keep it here with only 16 seconds to play until halftime. And Jim, good answer that time by the Bulldogs, able to battle back, put together a very impressive drive. I think about 14 to maybe 16 plays on offense that time. Was able to put it in the end zone on a 1-yard run by Wilson.
Give them credit. They played hard. They got some points on the board. We've got 16 seconds left in halftime. ICC 33, Holmes 8.
So we'll be awaiting this First American National Bank kickoff here from the Bulldogs. ICC will have it, you imagine, unless they just run this thing back in this situation. The Indians will be happy to take a knee and go into halftime, leading this one 33-8.
I agree with you, Adam. Unless we get a really good run back. We're sitting on 2 timeouts. We can use them if we get a good run back here. 33-8. 16 seconds left till halftime. ICC all over Holmes right now on homecoming day here in Fulton, Mississippi.
So this is going to be number 90, Nick Thompson. He's a freshman defensive lineman.
Number 90, Nick Thompson.
On to kick this one off here for the Bulldogs. There's 16.4 seconds to play. So waiting the kick here from the First American National Bank kick from Holmes is going to be shanked to the sideline, and the Indians are going to pick it up. Trying to break it up the middle. Got one man to beat, and the Bulldogs just getting by the shoelaces that time. And there's a late flag, and hold everything. Now there's a whole lot more flags coming out. And this is what we talked about, ladies and gentlemen. The officials would not take care of this type of stuff early. And they're going to let it keep going here, and that's what it was eventually going to come to. But good job that time by the referees to get out there and break things up. But, Mr. Jim, I'm sorry, that's on the guys in stripes for letting Holmes kind of push and shove well after the play throughout the entire first half.
Adam, there's 4 yellow flags on the field.
So the officials will talk this one over here, and I think we're going to have a lot of offsetting penalties and maybe hopefully no ejections in the situation. We do have an Indian down on the field. That's Michael Reed who is down.
Who returned the kick, by the way.
And he took a pretty late hit and was shoved back down after he took that late hit. And that is what it's going to be, a late hit called against the Bulldogs. And the officials came in and threw a lot of flags after that. We'll see if that's going to be the only call in this situation.
All right, so Adam, we got the ball at their 44-yard line with 2 timeouts. We might now try to score since it's gotten a little chippy here.
I would say that could be. We'll see what Coach Sean Cannon does here. If he's from the school of Gore, he's got 3 timeouts and 10 seconds to play. You load that thing up and put it in the end zone as many times as you can. So now the ball is going to be at the 44-yard line. First down and 10 here for the Indians.
44-yard line after the late hit penalty is enforced.
So Ellington is going to be out of the shotgun, so it appears the Indians are going to try to load up and at least take 1 shot to the end zone here. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Ellington gets the snap, drops back, throws it towards the sideline. It's going to be caught, did not get out of bounds.
Call timeout, there you go.
And the Indians are going to take the timeout.
You got 5 seconds, Adam. You know, you could run a quick down and out if it took 4 seconds and try a field goal, or you can throw it in the end zone now. I say throw it in the end zone now with 5 seconds left. Sprint Ellington out, just throw it in the end zone. If it's intercepted, no big deal.
Yeah, and I think that's what the Indians were trying to do, was trying to get it out of bounds and see if they might be able to pick up an extra play, but Williams could not get out of bounds, so it's going to break up a 2nd down and 4 situation. And I honestly think, Mr. Jim, if that was not that, if they don't have that late hit penalty and some pushing and shoving going on by Holmes after the play, Coach Sean Cannon takes a knee, goes into the half, happy up 33-8. But you're going to get out there, and I think, kind of just not taking it the wrong way, but at the same time, you just open the door for the opportunity to possibly maybe have a shot at a field goal. But instead now, the Indians may just see if they try to take a shot passing it instead towards the end zone.
You know, we've got, I'm looking at the lineup here. We have 3 wideouts.
Actually,
4 wideouts, 2 on
yep.
each side.
Yep.
You know, you can throw it either side, throw it in the end zone, see who comes down with it.
Forsythe is in the backfield, and that's where they're going to go, is to Forsythe. Forsythe lowers his head, gets the first down, and that's going to do it for your first half play. Good job that time by Coach Sean Canning. Just kind of flirting with Holmes that time, saying, hey, I'm going to line up 4 wide, and then just hands it off to Forsythe. And the Indians will take a 33-8 lead into the half here at the break. Let's talk about our first half thoughts through the eyes of Mr. Jim Ingram. Of course, these being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. They meet Monday nights at 7:07, Wednesdays for lunch. All they say is bring $2 and a friend. Don't forget that $2 for your buddy, and treat them to worship and lunch there. Jim, your thoughts on the first half?
You know, Adam, to be honest, we were a little bit concerned, or I was, about the attitude of the team. We're not going to make the playoffs, it doesn't look like, even though we've had a great year. We lost on the tiebreaker scene, homecoming, a lot of activities going on. But we came in focused, and we played well offensively. The defense has played well and bent a little bit, hadn't broken, and we've taken a commanding 33-8 lead at halftime. Proud of our kids playing hard.
Let's take a quick timeout and come back with the Little Caesars halftime show here from Fulton. ICC leads it 33-8 at the break.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
On the community since graduation from the college. It bestows its highest honor, the Alumnus of the Year, on only a few individuals. This year, the college celebrates the accomplishments of the 2017 co-recipients, John and Beth Cleveland of Kingwood, Texas. Fulton natives who both attended IJC and are both graduates of the University of Mississippi. John currently holds the position of Central Region and National Gas Manager for ExxonMobil's United States Lubricants Business Unit. The former Beth Reed, who also attended IJC, has held various positions in teaching in the public and private school systems, as well as volunteering in multiple nonprofit supporting underprivileged children at risk. The Clevelands are involved in numerous civic activities. They led a fundraising effort generating over $2.5 million for Westfield High School athletics, as well as other benevolences, holding membership in the prestigious Woods Order at the University of Mississippi and the Harding University President's Circle. And last but certainly not least, the Clevelands have established 2 scholarships and stipends at ICC for math and science students and instructors. They attend Kingwood Church of Christ. John and Beth have 3 daughters, Megan, Courtney, and Kelly Reed. Assisting with the presentations today is Hayden Plunkett, President of the Fulton Campus Student Government Association. Making the presentations are Itawamba Community College President Dr. Jay Allen and Alumni Association President Melba Applewhite. Congratulations, John and Beth Cleveland, co-recipients, Itawamba Community College Alumnus of the Year for 2017. This afternoon, Itawamba Community College celebrates the induction of 2 individuals who have a special connection to Itawamba Community College into the Athletic Hall of Fame of 2017, Elaine Fagan Badigan and Deuce Staley. A native of Dublin, Ireland, Elaine attended ICC on a tennis scholarship from 2000 to 2001, during which time she was a member of the team that was coached by the late Linda Partlow to both state and Region 23 championships back-to-back. She was selected as an All-American NJCAA Rookie of the Year in 2000 and ended that same year ranked 5th in the nation in singles and 12th as a team. In 2001, both Elaine and Christy Andrews finished ranked 3rd in the nation at number 1 doubles, and Elaine ranked number 3 in the nation in singles. She graduated with an Associate of Arts from ICC in 2001 when she signed with Mississippi State University, where she was on the Scholar Athlete Honor Roll in 2002 and 2003. She graduated from MSU with a Bachelor of Science in Physical Education in May 2004, after which she accepted a position as a physical education teacher in Florida. In 2006, she returned to Ireland to pursue a career as a flight planner with Ireland's national airline, Aer Lingus, where she remained for several years, during which time she also completed a Montessori teaching diploma. She is now married to Paul Badigan and has 2 small children, Nathan and Caitlin. She now works both for the Irish franchise of the American-owned company Stretch and Grow, and assists when time permits to coach at a tennis academy owned by her parents, Ray and Marion Fagan. President Dr. Jay Allen will now present the award to Elaine Fagan Badigan. Congratulations, Elaine, upon your induction into the ICC Athletic Hall of Fame. Our next honoree is Deuce Staley, who is a 1995 graduate of ICC, where he was an NJCAA All-American. He has been the running backs coach for the Philadelphia Eagles since 2013. Prior to coaching, he served as the Eagles' special teams quality control coach, assisting with both special teams as well as the team's rushing corps. He was a 3rd-round draft choice for the Eagles in 1997 from the University of South Carolina, where he was elected to the Athletic Hall of Fame in 2012. A multi-talented running back for the Eagles from 1997 to 2003, and for the Pittsburgh Steelers from 2004 to 2006. Deuce gained 5,785 yards during his career, including 4,807 with the Eagles. fifth most in team history. He was voted by his teammates as the Eagles' offensive MVP 3 times and earned a Super Bowl championship with the Steelers in 2005. Congratulations, Deuce Staley, for your accomplishments and for today's induction into ICC's Athletic Hall of Fame. And since the Eagles are playing in California tomorrow, Dr. Allen is accepting this award on Deuce's behalf.
Deal on pizza.
He went to Little Caesars and got an extra most bestest with the most cheese and pepperoni for just $6.
I got a terrible deal on pizza.
Give me that.
Get the most cheese and most pepperoni at the nation's best price. Little Caesars $6 extra most bestest.
Pizza. At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Fresh cut bone-in quarter loin pork chops, $1.28 per pound. Red potatoes, 5-pound bag, $1.99. And Domino granulated sugar, 4-pound bag, $1.78.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seed.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? But turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars extra most bestest pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
And welcome back to the Little Caesars halftime show as we're getting prepared for homecoming festivities here in Fulton. ICC leads it 33-8 here over the Bulldogs at halftime. We're going to take you back to the field now for today's presentation of the ICC Homecoming Court 2017.
Presenting the 2017 Homecoming Court at Itawamba Community College. Fulton campus freshman maid, Hannah Covington of Saltillo. Hannah is a 2017 graduate of Saltillo High School. She is majoring in education at ICC, where she is a member of the women's soccer team, Phi Theta Kappa, and the Baptist Student Union. Her career aspirations include transferring to Mississippi State University to pursue a career as an English as a second language teacher. She is the daughter of Charles and Julie Covington. Hannah is escorted by Hayden Palmer of Saltillo. Hayden is majoring in exercise science at ICC, and he is the son of Gary and Mary Pat Hancock and Damon and Danielle Palmer. Fulton campus freshman maid Hannah Covington and her escort Hayden Palmer. Fulton campus freshman maid Tatiana Austin of Starkville. Tatiana is majoring in nursing at ICC. She plans to earn the associate's degree in nursing and one day become a neonatal nurse. The daughter of Christy Bash and Patrick Austin, Tatiana is a 2017 graduate of Starkville High School. She is escorted by Richard Gore of Columbus. Richard is majoring in accounting at ICC and he is the son of Richard Gore Sr. and Joanne Gore. Fulton campus freshman maid Tatiana Austin and her escort Richard Gore. Tupelo campus freshman maid Katara Lachey Talley of Shannon. Katara is majoring in nursing at ICC, where she is a member of the Indian delegation. After earning the associate's degree in nursing, she plans to transfer the Mississippi University for Women or the University of Mississippi to work toward credentials as a nurse practitioner. Katara is a 2017 graduate of Shannon High School. She is the daughter of Tyra and Jean Belt. Her escort is Payne Latham of Shannon. Payne is the son of Passion and Xavier Robinson. He is majoring in athletic training at ICC. Tupelo campus freshman maid Katara Lachey Talley and her escort Payne Latham. Tupelo campus freshman maid Logan Scott Lyle of Tupelo. A 2017 graduate of Morville High School, Logan is majoring in nursing at ICC. She plans to earn her nursing degree and return to school to become a physician's assistant. Logan is the daughter of Greg and Tracy Lyle. She is escorted by Sam Harrington of Morville. Sam is majoring in business at ICC, and he is the son of Russ and Dina Harrington. Tupelo campus freshman maid Logan Scott Lyle and her escort Sam Harrington. Tupelo campus sophomore maid Kirsten Amberly Hester of Pontotoc. Kirsten is majoring in nursing at ICC, where she is president of the Tupelo Campus Student Government Association and a member of the Indian delegation. The Mississippi Organization for Associate Degree Nursing, Nurses Christian Fellowship, and Phi Theta Kappa. A 2016 graduate of South Pontotoc High School, she plans to earn the associate's degree in nursing from ICC, obtain the Bachelor of Science degree from the Mississippi University for Women, and become a nurse anesthetist at the North Mississippi Medical Center. She is the daughter of Dan and Dawn Hester. Kirsten is escorted by Hunter Cox of Pontotoc, the son of Chris Cox and the late Beverly Cox. Hunter is majoring in radiologic technology at ICC. Tupelo campus sophomore maid Kirsten Amberly Hester and her escort Hunter Cox. Fulton campus sophomore maid Shadonna Quinshay Woods of Pontotoc. Shadonna is a 2016 graduate of Pontotoc High School. She is majoring in pre-medicine at ICC and plans to continue her studies at the University of Mississippi and later become a cardiovascular surgeon. Shadonna is a dancer in the ICC All-American Band, for which she also plays the clarinet and a member of the Science Club. Shadonna is the daughter of Cheryl Standifer Woods and Marvin Woods. Her escort is Adrian Thompson of Louisville. Adrian is majoring in music education at ICC, and he is the son of Andre and Rena Hickman. Fulton campus sophomore maid Shadonna Quinshay Woods and her escort Adrian Thompson. Fulton campus sophomore maid Jasmine Bogan of Nettleton. Jasmine is majoring in respiratory therapy at ICC, where she is an Indianette and stand captain. After 2 years at ICC, she plans to become a respiratory therapist. The daughter of Regina Bogan and Jamie Williams, she is a 2016 graduate of Nettleton High School. Her escort is Deviante Ties of Tupelo. Deviante is majoring in social work at ICC, and he is the son of Russell and Shirley Ties. Fulton campus sophomore maid Jasmine Bogan and her escort Deviante Ties. Tupelo campus sophomore maid Artasia R. Lucas of Saltillo. Artasia is a 2015 graduate of South Hill High School. She is majoring in speech pathology at ICC, and after graduation, Artasia plans to attend the University of Mississippi for 4 years and then transfer to Alabama A&M University. She is the daughter of Sabrina Lucas and Cletus Lucas. Artasia's escort is Damon Kaysen of Tupelo. Damon is majoring in business management at ICC, and he is the son of Peggy Kaysen and Michael Garth. Tupelo campus sophomore maid Artasia R. Lucas and her escort Damon Kaysen. The 2017 homecoming queen, Ferris Bailey Bradley of Pontotoc. Ferris is majoring in social work at ICC, where she is a member of the women's soccer team, Phi Theta Kappa, Baptist Student Union, Diamond Girls, and also a student worker in the business office. Her honors include President's List, MACJC Academic All-State, and NJCAA All-Academic Second Team. She plans to become a licensed clinical social worker with an emphasis in behavioral health. Ferris is a 2016 graduate of South Pontotoc High School. She is the daughter of Michael and Dawn Bradley. Ferris is escorted by Jace Akins of Poto, Oklahoma. He is the son of Steve and Shelley Akins, and he is majoring in physical therapy at ICC. Your 2017 homecoming queen, Ferris Bradley, and her escort, Jace Akins. ICC's president, Dr. Jay Allen, will present Ferris's crown. He is assisted by Fulton Campus Student Government Association President Hayden Plunkett. Congratulations to the 2017 homecoming court at Itawamba Community College.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza. Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Fresh cut bone-in quarter loin pork chops, $1.28 per pound. Red potatoes, 5-pound bag, $1.99. And Domino granulated sugar, 4-pound bag, $1.78.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99? Last time we ate this good for $2.99, we were in college.
No, I was in college. You were in denial.
That's not true.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99?
Man, I can't believe they still hand make the onion rings.
Oh, then you're gonna love this. It's hand folded.
Oh, it's a swan.
It's a napkin, dude.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
From the moment they were young, you cheered them on. You defended them and you encouraged them. Why? Because as a child's parent, you are their greatest influence. You always wanted them to be better, accomplish more, and make a difference. We want that too. At Itawamba Community College, we give them the opportunity to live a life above the bar.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're getting moments away from the Little Caesars halftime performance of the ICC All-American Band here. ICC leads it 33-8 here at halftime over Holmes on homecoming, as we're just moments away from the start of the ICC All-American Band performance. Really need to get this rolling if we can. As we still await for the start of the band here, ICC and Holmes returning to the field, getting warmed up here at halftime. 33-8 is your score. We do appreciate everyone tuning in here on FM 95 Sports, and want to say a special hello to Jared Shield back in Amory, running things for us there at FM 95. And remind you that you can hear FM 95 Sports and other programming on FM 95 when you're away from your radio by visiting fm95radio.com. Let's take you to the field now for the ICC All-American Band.
Lady up first.
The ICC All-American Marching Band is proud to present for your halftime entertainment, Fiesta. The band will begin this afternoon's Latin celebration with Arturo Sandoval's 1993 hit, A Mis Abuelos. Please welcome the 2017 Indianettes performing to Smooth by Carlos Santana. continue with Gloria Estefan's 1985 hit, Anga, featuring the ITC percussion section. This afternoon's performance with a fiery Cuban number of Ernesto Lecuna's 1928 composition, Malagueña. Featured trumpet ensemble members are Lydia Stoll-Hall, Brandon Morgan Avery, Danielle Craig-Natucolo, Armando Quinones from Pontotoc, Danielle Flores from Tupelo, Holmes from Pontotoc, and Michael Hines of South Pontotoc. Drum majors are Catherine Adams of Saltillo, Lane Callahan of Houston, Sydney Franks of Saltillo, and Carly Huddleston of Saltillo. Indianette captains are Michaela Upshaw from Houston and Sarah Griffey from Houston. Color guard captains are Valerie Blake from Itawamba and Amaya Lee of Aberdeen. The coaching captains are Logan Freeman from Corinth, Jeremy Henderson from Tupelo, Javanis Adams from Neshoba, and Desmond Matthews from North Point. ICC All-American Band directors are Ryan Todd, Christy Colbert, Dr. Brian Cheeseman, and Eric Simmons. Indiana coordinator is Sarah Beth McCarter.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're just moments away from the start of the second half here in Fulton. ICC leads it by the score of 33-8 here as we start the third quarter of play. Mr. Jim, we're getting ready for that First American National Bank opening kickoff. We saw a great homecoming. Now we're just 2 quarters away from trying to wrap up and get this W.
Let's finish this thing strong. What a great halftime performance by our band. The homecoming court announced, and of course the 1977 state championship team recognized. Wonderful weekend here at ICC.
So the kick is on its way off the foot of Comer. Its angle towards the sideline will be taken at about the 7-yard line is where Holmes will have it now, breaking to the outside down to about the 30-yard line. Hey, let's give credit where credit's due, Mr. Jim, and that's going to be the Holmes coach across the way. The officials went and talked to him because homecoming ran a little long, asking if he wanted a delay of game penalty. He said no. He's like, let's enjoy these halftime festivities.
You know, very classy by the coach. I give him a lot of credit. You know, Adam, we talk about players that make plays in different situations. Dalton Combs and Middleton just made another tackle on special teams. He's a very good special team player for the ICC Indians.
So first down and 10. The ball is going to be on the 30-yard line. Holmes moving right to left on your radio dial. And the all-white uniforms with maroon tops, very MSU-esque, if you will. The give is going to be to Bryant in the that's not Bryant. That's going to be the running back, though. That's going to be Brent on the carry, and a good carry, a gain of 11 on first down.
We can see why Cameron Brent's their leading rusher, Adam. You know, he's right behind the quarterback, 5'10", 210-pound fullback. You know, he hits the line of scrimmage. He's there with a bunch of big guys, but he finds a way to wiggle through and get 11 yards on the first carry.
So a very positive pickup there. Moves the chains for another first down, being brought to you by the Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. First and 10, the ball is at the 41. Looking to throw, pressure coming. Now the quarterback, plenty of room to run as the pocket collapses around him. Tucks it, picks up the first down, and then some is going to run out of bounds just shy of the 40-yard line. Great decision, quick decision made that time by Wilson.
Good job by the quarterback. We've been very impressed with him, Adam. Of course, we've just started here the third quarter. 14-18, clock running, 33-8. Indians over Holmes Bulldogs here early in the third quarter.
So another first down picked up by the Bulldogs. 2 plays, and they flip the field position here. The Bulldogs with it, first down and 10. The ball is going to be at the 42-yard line of the Indians. Same set, wing T formation, 2 receivers, 1 on each side of the football here for the Bulldogs. Going to run the option. Quarterback keeper this time by Wilson, and he's going to regret taking that one as he was popped that time by number 34, Dalen Fox on the play. No gain, 2nd and 10.
No doubt about it, and Silo helped them out also, Adam. No gain, she mentioned 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
The Indians lead 33-8 here over the Bulldogs as we are just now getting rolling in the third quarter of play. The regular season finale here for the Indians and the Bulldogs. Homecoming 2017 in Fulton. I want to say congratulations to Miss Ferris Bradley, crowned the homecoming queen this year. So the quarterback this time is going to pitch it out and seals the corner. A lot of room to run here for the Bulldogs. Picks up the first down and then some. Great job blocking on the corner that time by the Bulldogs. And on that option, Jim, that's kind of the key, is getting out there, blocking on the corner, and opening up some of those seams to be able to run.
No doubt about it. They're playing hard at them. They are down 33-8, but they're moving the football. Give them a lot of credit. Hey, Ferris Bradley got homecoming queen. Congratulations to her dad, Michael Bradley, head football coach of South Pontotoc, upset Aberdeen last night and made the playoffs.
Absolutely. That was a win and win in your in situation for the for South Pontotoc, and they were in.
And they lost their starting quarterback for the year, and they still played hard and found a way to win.
There's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. The big man, number 50, Cortavius Ivy, who showed off his hands catching the football on the ball thrown away earlier.
You know, Ivy's a solid 5'10", 300-pounder. Made him very quick at the defensive line. Good job by Ivy.
So now it's going to be second down after a loss of 2. Brings up second down and 12 for the Bulldogs. 12:25 and counting here in the third quarter of play. ICC with a 33-8 advantage over the Bulldogs here on homecoming. Wilson is still your quarterback. Same formation as always. Wing T with receivers on both sides of the football. Man in motion. That should be false start, I believe, on the offense here. Flags do fly. And we'll see what the officials elect to call here, and that is going to be the case. So back them up 5 more yards. And, Jim, that's the key to this offense, is staying on track or on calendar, as they call it. You don't want to lose any yardage or have any penalties or anything like that, because that really forces you into something you do not like to do, and that's throw the football.
Right, and now it's 2nd and 17. Clock running, 12 minutes left in the third quarter. Your score, ICC 33, Holmes 8.
So second down and 17 here for the Bulldogs. Man in motion now. They empty out the backfield. Play action fake. Quarterback looking to throw. Goes out to the flat. It is complete. And a good open field tackle to run him out of bounds that time by number 9 for the Indians. That's Quinshea Hurd. Minimum gain on the play. Gets the ball out to the 29-yard line. So it should bring up a third down. And let's call it 14 situation here for the Bulldogs.
Good job by Hurd. It's only a 3-yard pass, Adam. So good job by Quinshea knocking them out of bounds. Making it third down, and we'll call it 3rd and 13, 3rd and 14. Long yardage for the Bulldogs.
And you figure, once again, this will probably be 4-down territory here for the Bulldogs. 3rd down and 14. Underneath center. And they're going to go with the option. Thought about pitching it out. The Indians read it rail that time, but there's Wilson on the run. I thought he fumbled the football for a second, but he's able to hang on to it. Great run by Wilson. Sets up about a 4th down and 3 situation here after the gain of 10.
I don't think there's any doubt they're going for it, Adam. You know, you got a solid 10 yards in, made it 4th and 3 from ICC's 18-yard line. 4th and 3 Bulldogs. They're going for it on 4th down.
So the Indians need to bend but don't break here once again. They've seen a lot of 4th down situations in the first half. Jim, I know you have some Sonic stats. We'll talk about those at the next opportunity here in the first half. So the Bulldogs with it. 4th and 3. Play clock down to 8 seconds. Wilson going to keep on the pitch now. Tries to get to the outside. Good block around the corner. Now he's going to get, nearly a step away if he's not shoved out of bounds. That's going to be taken to the house for a touchdown, but instead it turns into a 1st down. And, Jim, let's talk about some of those Sonic stats right there in front of you.
You know, first half stats, ICC had 15 first downs, a total of 415 total yards. Passing yards 260, rushing yards 155. You know, versus Holmes, they had 13 first downs and a total of 253 yards, so we about doubled them in yardage. And, of course, we're winning 33-8 at half.
So it's going to be 1st and goal here for the Bulldogs, knocking on the door yet again. They were able to find their way into the end zone in the closing moments of the first half on a 1-yard touchdown run by Wilson. The Bulldogs trying to do it again here to start the second half. Wilson's going to keep it this time. Lowers his head, gets inside the 5-yard line. Is going to be knocked down at about the 2-yard line after a gain of 4 to bring up 2nd down and goal.
2nd goal, and to go along with those stats, Dan Ellington was 16 of 21 first half for 260 yards, 3 TDs, and we talked about Terry Williams, his record year. He had 8 catches for 105 yards, 2 TDs in the first half.
Absolutely, and a big game there. Those are your Sonic stats. We do remind you, any ICC students that might be watching right now, looking for a job, you can stop by Sonic, pick up an application. They're hiring part-time, all shifts available, flexible hours there for ICC students. Just stop by the restaurant here in Fulton and pick up an application. So it's going to be 2nd and goal here for the Bulldogs. Wilson on the keeper, lowers his head, and he's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown.
You know, give them credit, Adam. They've scored now 2 touchdowns, one at the end of the first half, now the one at the first of the second half. They're battling back. It's 33-14, and they'll probably go for 2 again since their kicker is injured.
So big-time run there and a pretty good methodical drive that time on the part of the Bulldogs. It is 33-14, and they are going to line up to go for 2 here.
You know, it's a 6-minute drive, Adam. They did not punt. They took the ball down the field, and give them the credit where credit's due.
So don't go anywhere yet, folks. The Bulldogs creeping their way back into this one. 9:11 to play in the third. Wilson looking to pass. Guys a man to the corner of the end zone, and it's caught. 2-point conversion is good. Makes it 33-16. And Mr. Jim, for those that might have been tuning in earlier here on FM 95 Sports, you saw Ole Miss race their way out to a 31-7 lead.
Right, and lose.
ICC takes a 33-8 lead, and here come the Bulldogs.
ICC took a 33-0 lead, and here come the Bulldogs. They've scored the last 16. We hope it doesn't happen like the Rebels game.
So the 2-point conversion is good. Wilson, I did not catch who caught that pass.
I missed who caught it. It was a wide receiver, and I missed it also, Adam. My bad.
It was across the field. So 33-16 is your score. The Indians will get their first offensive possession here after this First American National Bank kickoff from the Bulldogs. Good. Give credit where credit's due. The Bulldogs just marched the ball back down the field and stuck it into the end zone.
You know, Adam, it was 33-0 with about 7 minutes left in the second quarter, and we were pounding them. And, you know, they could have cashed it in and just laid down. They didn't. Give Holmes credit. They've come back and scored the last 16 points.
This will be number 90, Nick Thompson, to kick this one off. Thompson, as we said, a defensive tackle, having to take over the kicking duties after the kicker was injured for Holmes. It looks like they might be electing to try an onside kick.
It looks like they are.
So the Bulldogs, a little bit of confusion there on the far side of the field.
They're offside, way offsides.
No flags down, though. Yeah, there's a flag
one.
down.
Just decline it, or do you get a 5 yards from where we got it?
Boy, I tell you what, and that's unfortunate, because when you do have a guy that's not normally your kicker attempting an onside kick there, you're going to have those crucial parts of the game where it's going to be timing. They were. I'm trying to give them a big excuse.
Yeah, I am too.
They were about 7 yards offsides.
Let me say this: I'm impressed with Holmes coming back, but that's the worst offsides penalty I've ever seen on an onside kick.
So the officials,
they were way offsides.
Yeah, I was for once in my life trying to be kind, and Mr. Jim comes in and plays
I wasn't trying to be bad.
Playing the role of Gore,
I'm giving them a lot of credit, but I'm not going to give them credit on that onside kick because it was bad.
Yeah, so they do accept the penalty here, and they march the ball up to the 49-yard line, is where the Indians will have it 1st and 10. There's 9:08 to play here in the third quarter. ICC leading 33-16 after an opening drive resulting in a touchdown for the Bulldogs. This is going to be a handoff to Forsythe. Wow, Forsythe just barrels over the top of the defender. And once again, some extracurricular activity going on after the play. And number 2 is down, shaken up for the Bulldogs, as he was Lorenzo McCaslin. He was the one that was on the receiving end of that run by Forsythe. Let's hear a word from Sonic as we have an injury timeout on the field. 8:50 to play here in the third quarter. ICC leads at 33-16. Back with more right after this.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99? Last time we ate this good for $2.99, we were in college.
No, I was in college. You were in denial.
That's not true.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99?
Man, I can't believe they still hand make the onion rings.
Oh, then you're gonna love this. It's hand folded.
Oh, it's a swan.
It's a napkin, dude.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
From the day you realized who you were meant to be and what you were meant to do, you knew you had to start pursuing your dreams. Why? Because you have a purpose that is only yours. You have discovered a talent and style that is all your own. There's no one else that's you. You can be better, accomplish more, and make a difference. We'll help you get there. At Itawamba Community College, we give you the opportunity to pursue a life above the bar.
And Jim, a really good sign there for the young man from Holmes to walk to the sideline, kind of favoring that left arm. May have took a stinger, because I'm going to tell you this. That was a big boy run that time by Forsythe.
No doubt about Forsythe's about 6 foot and really probably about 230. Very powerful and can really bring some punishment when he's running the football.
So now it's going to be second down. Let's call it second down and 6 after a gain of 4 on the play by Forsythe. ICC leads 33-16 here, 8:50 to go in the third quarter of play. The regular season finale for the Indians. 2 receivers on both sides of the football, Forsythe in the backfield. Now a man in motion is Terry Williams coming to the bottom of your screen on letsgoicctv.com. Looking for the pass, looking for Salisbury got spun around and a late flag comes in. I believe this is going to be called pass interference there. Yeah, the defender for Holmes, just reached out, kind of grabbed him by the shoulder and spun him around, and that's going to fall to the turf, and it could actually be called holding instead of pass interference, but we'll see what they elect to call here, and that is going to be the case, holding on the secondary. So it's going to be a 10-yard penalty instead of the 15-yard penalty. And they're going to march it off, and that will result in a first down for the Indians. That first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, give Joey a call at 662-401-7732.
Adam, we just snuck Chris Long in the ball game, the tight end. We'll see if we'll go to him here.
So first down and 10. Ellington is your quarterback. And he's going to hand it off. Ellington's actually going to keep it. Trying to weave his way through traffic, trying to bounce to the outside. Didn't have anything. Just wisely falls to the turf at about the 31-yard line. But a solid pickup of 7 on the play.
Good job by Dan reading the defense. Good blocking interior line. Good positive gain, Adam. You mentioned 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3 Indians with the ball. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. 33-16 ICC over Holmes.
I think we've seen the Indians run the ball more on this drive than we did the entire first half. The clock continued to run now. Inside 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. Ellington looking to the sideline to get the play call. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Forsythe in the backfield with Ellington. Ellington looking to throw. Has a man going down the sideline. Jump ball, and it's going to go out of bounds. Falls incomplete, 7:43 to play. Just trying to keep him honest. As he was looking down the sideline to Malik Honeycutt. Great coverage that time by the Bulldogs.
Good coverage by Holmes, as you mentioned. Trying to get Honeycutt on the fly pattern in the end zone. Just kind of, Honeycutt got forced out of bounds. Ball went out of bounds. Good coverage, good football play by Holmes.
So 7:43 to go here in the third quarter. ICC with a 33-16 lead over the Bulldogs. We do want to welcome those listening on FM 95 Sports, as well as watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com this afternoon. Here, a chilly afternoon in Fulton, as we call football weather in the South. And this is going to be a give to Slash in the backfield. He's going to look to throw. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown, Indians! Well, that time they caught him cheating, and Salisbury made him pay with a touchdown.
And you know
pass.
what I really like about that? Michael Reed, the sophomore from New Jersey.
Yep.
Who doesn't get to play much because we got such studs at wide receiver. Been practicing hard, I believe, playing hard, and he gets the touchdown on the throw from Salisbury.
And Salisbury, also a sophomore, getting a little bit extra action than we've seen this season as well. So Salisbury, how far was that touchdown pass? 31-yard touchdown pass from Salisbury. The kick is up, and the kick is good. We're going to take a timeout. ICC leads it 40-16. We'll take a break and hear from your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, as ICC leads 40-16, 7:35 to play here in the third quarter.
With Farm Bureau, you're getting local agents, great auto rates, and fast, friendly claims.
Great. Glad I went with Farm Bureau.
No, it's Farm Bureau.
Farv.
Say it with me. Farm.
Farv.
You know what? Doesn't matter. Either way, you're all set.
See? That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
For coverage you can't beat, Farm Bureau Insurance.
And we do want to remind you, stop by and see Joey Cox at 710 South Adams Street, or give him a call at 862-9340. That's 862-9340. So we're getting set for another First American National Bank First American National Bank kickoff here from Caleb Comer. ICC leads it 40-16 over the Bulldogs. 7:35 to go here in the third quarter of play. This kick is going to be taken at about the 6-7 yard line by the Bulldogs. Looking for the return up the middle. Breaks off a tackle now. Goes down the sideline up to the 40. Or just shy of the 40 is where he's going to be knocked down. Once again, another good return by the Bulldogs.
No doubt about it. The guys played hard. We mentioned Caleb Roebuck, the freshman from Sylvania, Alabama, was returning every kickoff for them today, and always made it up to the 30-yard line. That way went up to the 38-yard line. But what a good answer by the ICC Indians. We mentioned Holmes that scored the last 16 points. We went down the field and got a key touchdown here in the third quarter.
40-16 is your score. These are two contrasting styles of offense. The Indians leading in this one. It's going to run the option. Pitch it out wide. There's a hold big time on the sideline, and the late flag comes in. It's positive gain on the play of about 4, but this one's easily going to be coming back that time. And I tell you what, Mr. Jim, that was if they didn't throw the flag on that one, Coach Sean Cannon was going to come unglued.
Good eye, Adam. As you mentioned, holding
Called against the offense.
be a 10-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 20 from the spot of the foul, which was basically.
I don't know if it was in the backfield or if it was ahead of the line. We'll see where they officially.
They're going to put
it
a yard behind, I think.
The flag is on the 40.
But the far official has got his foot on the 37.
They're talking it over here, and they're actually going to mark this one off from the 37.
So the 1st and 21.
So 1st down and 21 situation here after the holding penalty. And then there's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Indians after the play. So march it back.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Indians will be 15 yards back the other direction.
So it's 1st down and 5. That's a weird play.
Yeah, so and we said that, Jim. We said we're going to start seeing some of these penalties called in this ball game to kind of keep things under control. But I'm going to tell you this, and I'm not trying to be a homer in this situation. It's been a lot of the Bulldogs that's been initiating some of these plays after the whistle is blown. Unfortunately, ICC getting the flag that time. So either way it goes, 40-16, ICC with the lead, 1st down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. Rolling out to pass. Looking to throw down the field, and it's going to skip it short. Pass falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Had a little pressure on the quarterback that time, and he underthrew the ball. 2nd down, 2nd and 10, Holmes. 40-16, ICC up. 7 minutes, 3 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
We do want to thank everyone tuning in here on FM 95 Sports, as well as a special thank you to Jared Shield back there in Amory, helping run the ship there for us. Mr. Ed Stanford and company always doing a great job. Miss Tina Harlow as well, helping bring you ICC athletics here on FM 95 Sports. Don't forget you can listen to Amory football here on FM 95 Sports each week. So the ball now is in motion. There's Tyree Bryant. Ball's loose on the field, and it's scooped up. Ball is at the 32-yard line when he picked it up. A 32-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown for the Indians.
Jarvis Hayes, sophomore linebacker, with a touchdown.
Hayes, who had an interception last week, scoops this fumble up and takes it to the end zone. 32 yards on the return that time for Jarvis Hayes. So the Indians take a 46-16 lead, much like we saw in the first half. We saw a fumble recovery, which technically was an intercepted pitch.
Right.
That was returned 90 yards for a touchdown. That time the Indians scoop and score again defensively. Awaiting the kick. The kick is up on its way, and the kick is good. ICC takes a 47-16 lead here over the Bulldogs with 6:51 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. We're going to take a timeout and hear a word from Coke and be back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports.
Best pizza, New York style.
No way, Chicago deep dish.
No. White pie.
Half veggies, half meat. Just cheese. No, pepperoni.
Extra crunchy.
Chewy. Has to be gluten-free.
Pop it with arugula.
No, basil.
Eggplant. Dude, really?
That's not pizza. Come on.
Pizza and a Coke.
You got that right. 2 Cokes, please.
My pizza goes best with a Coke.
An ice cold Coke.
Only with a Coke.
And we welcome you back. We do want to say a special thank you to Buddy Long and Company over at the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Buddy has been a long-time supporter of ICC athletics and really the college as a whole.
No doubt about it. We got to meet her granddaughter earlier this year. She got one of the scholarships through the foundation. Outstanding young lady, and we're proud of her and proud of what Coca-Cola does for the college.
Absolutely. Open Coke, open happiness. And I tell you what, if you just now joined us and opened up Let'sGoICCTV.com, you're having a lot of happiness right now, seeing the Indians lead 47-16 over the Bulldogs. 6:51 to play here in the 3rd quarter. I keep saying 1st quarter. And here's another big return by the Bulldogs. And oh, what a big hit by number 17 for the Indians. That is going to be Monterio Montgomery with the hit stick there. And Montgomery celebrating as he's coming to the sideline as he just lit up the Bulldog.
You know, what a great attitude in Montgomery, the backup quarterback, making the tackle on the kickoff team. You don't hear that often.
And so, once again, we do apologize as the HDMI converter is kind of messing up on us today. So, as you see, sometimes it cuts out on us for Let'sGoICCTV.com. Not having to worry about that if you're listening on FM 95 Sports. 47-16, ICC with the lead. Quarterback's going to keep this time on the option, tucks his head, gets across the 40 out to about the 41-yard line. And another solid pickup there on first down by the Bulldogs. And I tell you, Jim, I said it in the first half. I want to continue to say it here. Very impressed with the play of Jesse Wilson.
No doubt, Jesse's a tough competitor. He got another 6 yards you mentioned there, Adam. You know, we scored the last 2 touchdowns. We're up 47-16, 6:20 left in the third quarter. But Holmes is still running the football and showing some passion playing.
Jim, I'm going to have to go back and look over the records as well. You got to think this Indians offense this year has been one of the most prolific in school history when it comes to scoring as well. They've had 2 games over 60 points in this game right here, already 47. Another handoff, and this is going to be good for a first down, as that was going to be the give, I believe, to Brent. Yes, it was Brent who picks up about 10 on the play, moves the ball across the 50 to the 48-yard line. Going to be a new set of downs here for the Bulldogs with 5:58 to play.
First and 10, Holmes. The ball's at ICC's 48-yard line. We mentioned 47-16, ICC up. 5:45 left in the third quarter.
So the Bulldogs staying with their regular formation in that wing tee with 2 receivers on both sides of the football. This time looking to throw. Pump fake, now goes deep. Got a man, but too far. Had a shot at it that time, had a man streaking down the sidelines. It looks like it was intended for number 88, DeMarcus Johnson, but Johnson was going to need to find a little bit more pep in his step to catch up with that one.
The ball was a little bit overthrown. Not bad coverage by the Indians. I believe Tyrese Quinn, defensive back from
Calhoun City,
was back there covering him. Good job by Calhoun City, Tyrese Quinn.
Second down and 10 now for the Bulldogs. The clock is stopped with 5:33 to play here in the third quarter. ICC with the 47-16 advantage over the Bulldogs. This time the quarterback's going to keep it again, weaving his way through traffic, and is going to fight for it. And another solid pickup there on second down. That will move the chains for another first down, being brought to you by your Etowah County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox.
Hollins on the tackle, the leading tackler for the Indians this year. But he got 11 yards, I believe, Adam, as you mentioned. First and 10, Holmes. The ball is at the 37 of ICC. 5:15 clock running in third quarter. ICC 47, Holmes 16.
So Wilson back underneath center. Brent is the fullback. Man in motion now coming to the bottom of your screen. Looking to throw. Plenty of time. Now he's going to try to step back. And, oh, he is hit hard. Ball comes loose. Still free on the turf. Do the Indians have it?
On the play, there was a fumble.
A sonic sack resulted in a fumble, and it's recovered by the Indians. That was number 23, Q Lott, on the recovery. And I tell you what, Mr. Jim, I didn't see who hit the quarterback that time, but that was a punishing hit.
I think it's Tyree Bryant, defensive end, made the tackle from the blind side. The quarterback didn't see it coming, caused the fumble. Indians take over on the turnover.
So it'll be first down and 10 here for the Indians. The nose of the football is going to be just shy of the 40-yard line. ICC will have it with 4 minutes and 49 seconds going here in the third quarter. ICC leading 47-16. We'll see. Yeah, Dan Ellington is going to come out at quarterback. It looks like Deshaun Dinkins will be your running back. 3 receivers here on the near side of the field, 1 up top for the Indians. First and 10. Ball is at the 40. And a little play action fake, and it's going to be a slip screen to Thomas. Thomas just trying to follow his blockers, gets down the field, and is going to be a first down and then some. The Holmes player wanted to come up and get a holding penalty, but I'm sorry. I'm not trying to rub it in, kid, but you just got ran over by Christian Salisbury.
Salisbury, what a block. You know, he got his hands inside, and he just pancaked the guy. That's a legal block.
Yeah, I don't know if wide receivers get credits for pancake blocks or not. So the clock is running here. ICC leading 47-16. A new set of downs. They basically go from 40 to 40. Ellington hit as he throws. Pass is floated long, and Ellington hits to the turf but pops right back up. Good pressure that time by number 94 of the Bulldogs. Rylan Fowler coming in and right in the grill of Ellington and put a pretty solid pop on him as well.
Good hit on Ellington. Dan, a solid player, tough kid, got up after the throw. We now have snuck our tight end in again, Adam. Chris Long, and I keep hinting I want us to throw to Chris.
Yep.
Because he's really stepped up this year offensively. He's been injured. He came back. He's been catching some passes.
So the Indians with 2 receivers on the far side of the field. One here at the bottom is Thomas. They're going to follow a pulling guard this time, as that's going to be a handoff to Dinkins, and Dinkins rumbles forward for a solid pickup there on second down. Bring up a third and long situation here for the Indians.
Third down, 3rd and 7 for the Indians. As Adam mentioned, 4 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third quarter. ICC 47, Holmes 16.
So the Indians with it now. They go with move the tight end now as a blocking back. Now going to look to the sidelines of the play. 2 receivers on the far side of the field. It looks like it is Honeycutt and Williams. You've got Thomas here in the bottom of the field. Now they're going to switch sides with the tight end. Deshaun Dinkins stays in at your running back. Quarterback, as always, Dan Ellington. India's got to hurry up the snap here. Get it off with 1 second. Plenty of time to throw. Zips it out there. And guess what? You threw it in the area of Terry Williams, and he made the catch. Moves the chains for another first down.
It's a simple 15-yard down and out pattern, timing pattern from Ellington, and he made a great catch. Good throw, Terry Williams, good catch. 1st and 10 Indians.
That first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. So the Indians with it now, moving. Some confusion on who to be where right now, but the Indians get to the line of scrimmage with plenty of time, 15 seconds on the play clock, and I believe this is going to be a penalty down. Maybe too many men on the field here for the Indians. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No. Maybe illegal substitution?
He might pick the flag up. No, he's not.
So they're going to come back and talk this one over here. That's what it was. The line of scrimmage got over the ball, and then Thomas, who ran off the field thinking he was being substituted for, ran back onto the field, and that's going to be called illegal substitution every time. So back him up 5 yards. Brings up a first down and 15 here for the Indians. Clock is running. Coming up on 3 minutes to play now in the third quarter. Ellington with 3 receivers here at the bottom of your screen. Instead, is going to give it to Dinkins. Dinkins following his blocker is going to get the ball out to the 30-yard line, about a yard shy of the original line of scrimmage, so a gain of 4 on the play will bring up second down and 11.
Good blocking by the line. Good following by Dinkins. The freshman running back made a good move. Followed his blockers. Solid gain, Adam. As you mentioned, second down, 2nd and 11 for the Indians.
Yeah, the Indians sticking to the ground. They do throw it occasionally, but staying on the ground for the most part here in the third quarter to help this clock keep moving as they lead this one 47-16 with 2:30 to play here in the third quarter. Number 20 ICC taking on Holmes. Pressure coming. Ellington gets away from it, drops it out to Dinkins. And boy, I tell you what, if Dinkins could have found a way to keep his balance, he probably runs that one into the end zone.
He had an open field, Adam, but he just couldn't keep his balance. Still caught the ball. Good job.
It will bring up third down for the Indians.
Looks like a gain of 6 on the play.
About 3rd and 5 for the Indians. The ball's on the 24-yard line of Holmes. As we mentioned, 3rd and 5. Clock running, 2 minutes left in the third quarter. 47-16 Indians.
Once again, great job by Dan Ellington to avoid the pressure of the Bulldogs. Try to go with a hard snap count. The linebackers jumped that time for the Bulldogs, but nobody across the front line did. Play clock down to 10 seconds. Indians changing the play. Now 5 seconds. Ellington with plenty of time gets the snap. Pressure coming again. Now Ellington looking to run. Avoids one man's. Got Terry Williams in the back of the end zone. Touchdown. Somehow, Terry Williams is able to jump, find some type of pause button, hang in the air, let the ball get to him, and then falls.
Adam, I'm telling you, I saw Williams in the end zone, and I'm thinking that ball's overthrown, Oh, no, it's not. It's Terry Williams.
Yes.
5'10", maybe, and can get up. As you mentioned, he times his jump at the correct time. If it hits his hands, it's glue. He catches it. Touchdown, Indians.
Third time that Ellington and Terry Williams has connected for a touchdown this afternoon. Awaiting the snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. ICC takes a 54-16 lead here over the Bulldogs with 1:32 to play here in the third quarter. We're going to take a break and hear a word from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency. and hard work, over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as ICC leads it 54-16. The clock is running.
Right.
As that's what I was thinking. I think the clock should have been running there. ICC invoking the mercy rule here after that 23-yard touchdown pass from Dan Ellington to Terry Williams. The kick was good, and ICC now leads it 54-16. And here we go for another First American National Bank kickoff. Short kick this time, going to be taken at the 15-yard line for the Bulldogs, trying to bring it to the outside, and it's going to be hit and dropped as he crosses the 30. That may be what you want to do if you're the Indians now. Kick it a little bit shallow because this is the first time that the Bulldogs have not advanced the ball past the 35 on a kickoff return.
No doubt about it, Adam. And good offense by the Indians. You know, we mentioned at halftime, you know, we had a 33-8 lead. Excuse me. We took a 33-0 lead. They scored the next 16. Now we've scored the next 21.
So the clock is running inside 30 seconds, or just now getting to 30 seconds, I should say. The Bulldogs with it. Quarterback's going to keep this time, goes forward, and is going to be hit and dropped. Another solid pickup, though, of about 5, maybe 6 yards on first down. Let's give him credit for 5, and that will do it. Well, unless the Bulldogs hurry to the line of scrimmage, which they don't typically run that style of offense. Now with 10 seconds to play here in the third quarter, I do believe that will do it for your third quarter play. ICC leads it 54-16 here over the Bulldogs. We're going to take a timeout. Come back with the fourth and final quarter of play right after this on FM 95 Sports, and let's go ICCTV.com.
I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Fresh cut bone-in quarter loin pork chops, $1.28 per pound. Red potatoes, 5-pound bag, $1.99. And Domino granulated sugar, 4-pound bag, $1.78.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
And it might help if I turn on my microphone. Welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. ICC with a 54-16 lead. Quarterback looking to throw in the Indians. All in the backfield with another sonic sack. That looks like number 18, Jarvis Hayes, coming up and making the play and driving them back. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 11 situation here for the Bulldogs after a loss of 1 on the play. I've got to get my clock catched up here because I forgot they're a running clock now.
Right, and Jarvis Hayes, Adam, having a good game. Got a touchdown today, now a sack. Good job by the sophomore linebacker from Georgia.
So it'll be a 3rd down and 11 situation here for the Bulldogs. 13:30 and counting as the clock running because of the mercy rule here in the MACJC. 13:22, and they're going to try to run the option. They do get the pitch out and going to try to get the stiff arm. That should be a face mask on the offense, but they're going to say play on here. And now they're going to throw a late flag on the tackle out of bounds.
I believe they are because he kind of drug them out of bounds. But if it's a face mask on the offense, you can't blame the defensive player.
Yeah, I can say because you're allowed to put that stiff arm as long as you don't bend the elbow. But number 18 grabbed the face mask, bend the elbow, and actually pulled the ICC player that time. As they're going to talk to it here on the sidelines. Plus, at the same time, the sidelines are wet, so the kid's going to fail. But I think they are going to call this against the Indians.
You know the good thing about this?
Yeah, so they're going to call that on ICC, move the chains here. Bogus call in my opinion, but hey, we're up 54-16.
And the clock's still running, by the way, with all this discussion.
Yeah, I would say good thing is they are going to run off some time here on this one. The ball goes across the 50 to the Indians' 49-yard line. We're to be a 1st down and 10 thanks to the officials. I had to get it in.
Go ahead.
Had to get it in.
This might be the last game.
So the Bulldogs with it now. They're going to roll out looking to pass. Got plenty of time to throw. Throws downfield. Jump ball. And, oh, that would have been a big-time catch there. But what a play defensively. I believe that was number 28. That was Keyshawn Hurd, as it was intended for number 1, Cavante Younger, who almost was able to reel that one back into himself if Keyshawn Hurd wouldn't have tattooed him on the sideline.
If Keyshawn Hurd doesn't hit him, he might come up with a one-handed grab on the sideline.
So a big-time play there by Hurd, nearly a big-time play by the Bulldogs. Second down and 10 is the down here for the Bulldogs. ICC leading 54-16 with the running clock coming up on 11.5 to play here in the contest. Bulldogs fake it. Now the quarterback's going to keep it this time and going to go forward and get a minimal gain of about 3 on the play. So to bring up a third down and 7 here for Holmes, with 11:15 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Bryant and Moore on the tackle, Adam. You know, a good defensive stop there. Third down, let's call it 7. Clock running, 11:05 left in the ball game. ICC 54, Holmes 16.
We'll see if the Bulldogs elect to possibly just keep and go for it here on fourth down as well. That is if they don't get it here on third down. The Bulldogs have been able to pick up some yardage in chunks, whether it be via the ground attack, mainly by the ground attack here, throughout the entire ball game. Play clock down to 3 seconds to get the snap off. Quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to have the first down and then some. Still on his feet after slipping out of a tackle. Gets across the 35-yard line. Great run that time by number 9, Jesse Wilson. And Jim, I said it before, and I even said that I've said it before, and I'll say I've said it before again. Jesse Wilson has looked extremely sharp this afternoon for the Bulldogs.
And the attitude he has of giving up his body, playing with heart and spirit. When you're out of the game, we're beating them 54-16, but he's hustling. I like the attitude of that young man. Good job of Drake Wallace on the tackle.
First down and 10 here for the Bulldogs after they move the chains. Give is going to be to Brent in the backfield. Weaves his way through. Is actually hit by an Indian. And the Indians' force pushed him forward for enough for, I think, another first down.
Good drive here by Holmes. As you mentioned, Adam, I think they're gone down the field. It is another first down. First and 10. Holmes' ball is on the ICC's 25-yard line. We want to stop them because we don't want to see them score, and we don't want them to score because the clock will stop.
This is true.
We like this running clock.
Very much so, as we're down now to 9:40 and counting here in the contest. ICC with a 54-16 advantage over the Bulldogs. It'll be a first down and 10. The ball is going to be at the 25 for Holmes. Same set, 2 receivers on both sides of the football, wing T. Wilson is your quarterback, goes underneath center, now sends a man in motion. Give is going to be to Brent in the backfield. He is swallowed up by Indians, but boy, he is able to just use his power after being hit and go forward for an additional gain of 2. Gets the ball out to the 20, second down and 5 after a gain of 5.
Second and 5 for Holmes. As Adam mentioned, we're down to 9 minutes left in the ball game, 54-16 Indians.
And one of the Holmes players had something to say to the official after the official was trying to mark the football. So it is going to be second down and 5 inside 9 minutes of play now. The Bulldogs marching down the field, though, not going quietly into the evening here in Fulton. And this time is another quarterback in the game. They're going to pitch it out wide. It's going to be enough for a first down. So a new combination, as that was Josh Dodd, the quarterback, and he pitched it off that time to Matthew Pleasant, who moves the chains for another first down for the Bulldogs.
I don't remember Matthew Pleasant being in the ball game. Dodd got in early in the first quarter as the quarterback, but they're playing different men right now. But as you mentioned, first and 10, Holmes.
Absolutely. Matthew Pleasant listed as a sophomore running back out of Ocean Springs, checking into the contest. He will stay in there as one of the wing backs. Brent will stay in at the fullback, 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Dodd with the keeper, tries to tuck it across the middle, is hit and dropped after a minimum gain of about 2, maybe 3 on the play, brings the ball to the 11-yard line, where it's going to be a second down.
Quarterback keeper by Josh Dodd, brought down at the 11-yard line by number 34, Dalen Fox.
Dalen Fox on the tackle, second down and 7 after that gain of 3. So second down and 7. The ball is at the 11-yard line for the Bulldogs. Dodd is your new quarterback. 2 men in motion that time, but they're going to let him play. Dodd tries to run. He's hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Third down and 7.
Good job by David Little, Adam. He made the stop. Clock running. 7:15 left in the ball game. 54-16. Indians up. Third down, and let's call it 6 for Holmes.
So a possession down here for the Bulldogs. Coming up on 7 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs just playing for a little bit of pride here. Trying to put some points on the board. This game no longer in doubt with the Indians up 54-16. Looking to throw is Dodd. Has time. Looking for a man. It's intercepted at the goal line. Boy, I tell you what, this could be the longest return.
This could be 100 yards. We need one block.
Looking for a block.
He's got it.
He's got it. A 100-yard interception return for a touchdown by Tyrese Quinn.
From
Calhoun City.
Woo!
We'll dot the I's and cross the T's. That's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's been over with, but still. A big-time return there. A 100-yard interception return for a touchdown by Quinn. The Indians have scored 3 touchdowns.
That's going to say 3 touchdowns on defense.
On defense this afternoon. Wow. And for the third game this year, the Indians have scored 60 or more points. So awaiting the extra point here from Comer. A 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. The kick is up, and the kick is good. ICC leads it 61-16. We're going to keep it here with the running clock. 5:39 to play in this one. And Jim, the Indians wanted to have a chance to earn a share of that North Division title. Unfortunately for the Indians, due to the tiebreaker rules here this season, the Indians will not be able to get into the playoffs. But I tell you what, the Indians making a pretty strong bid for some impressive, maybe even a shot at a bowl game later on this season. So we're awaiting the First American National Bank kickoff here from ICC. The Bulldogs are, they need to reverse sides of the field there if you're the Bulldogs right now, as they're on the wrong side of the field. They will do so. So now ICC will come out on the field. Getting set to kick this one off will be Caleb Comer. 61-16 is your score. Inside 5 minutes to play, the Indians have scored 3 defensive touchdowns this afternoon.
Caleb Roebuck will be back to return for the Bulldogs.
Jim, I know you were talking to Primetime or Coach Wyndham as he come down. He's a lively character.
He's excited today. Talking about a share of the North Division.
Yep.
He's excited. His wide receivers have done an outstanding job this year.
And I'll tell you something else we may have to do from now on, Mr. Jim. Invite the 1977 team back every game, because the Indians have been firing on all cylinders this afternoon.
No doubt about it, and I love what they did pregame. Every player shook every hand of the 1977 teams that came out on the field.
Ball is going to be taken at the 11-yard line on the return by number 7 for the Bulldogs. That's Caleb Roebuck.
Who's worn out, by the way, returning kicks.
He has returned every kick this afternoon for the Bulldogs. Gets that one from the 11 out to about the 33-yard line is where the Bulldogs will have it. 1st and 10. And the clock continuing to run now with 3:51 to play in the contest before this one is final. ICC leading Holmes 61-16 here on homecoming. We do welcome, or we'd say thank you to Jared Shield back in Amory for running things here on FM 95 Sports. And we do want to thank those that might still be sticking around to listen to this one. Pitch to the outside. It's going to be given to number 22. He's going to run out of bounds. And going to be enough for another first down there, a gain of 11. I tell you what, the Bulldogs might have been thinking, hey, we should have been giving this to Matthew Pleasant a little bit earlier. Every time he touches it, it's 11 or more on the carry.
No doubt about it. Adam, I don't know what total yardage we're going to have. We're not going to have as much as you think, because 3 of the touchdowns were defensive touchdowns, okay?
Yep, and then plus we've had the running clock.
Right. We're going to have a lot of yardage, but Holmes is going to have a lot of yardage too. He'll have around 400 yards, I would guess.
Yep. So the Bulldogs with it now, 1st down and 10, inside 3 minutes to play. Give is going to be to Brent in the backfield. No, excuse me, this is not Brent this time on the carry. Looks like a new running back in the game. He's going to be stacked up after a gain of 3 on the play. That was actually number 21 on the carry. That was Benny Benson. A great name, Benny Benson.
Like it.
So a gain of 2 on the play brings up 2nd down and 8 here for the Bulldogs. 2.5 to play now before this one is final. ICC has been in control. They jumped out to a 20-0 lead, actually a 33-0 lead, with 8:27 to go in the second quarter, and it's been all ICC since. The Bulldogs still fighting to go through. This is going to be a quarterback keeper. Gets the first down and then some. And they finally whistle it dead after a bevy or a tribe of Indians wrap up the ball carrier.
Nice.
Couldn't go any further. Coach Andy Kirk checking in, saying, great job all season by Mr. Jim, and Gore, you're okay. We
appreciate that.
Do appreciate Coach Andy Kirk and everybody that's watched here on Let'sGoICCTV.com, as well as listen on FM 95 Sports. Hey, basketball fans, guess what? Basketball starts on Thursday. You can watch that game here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Give is going to be to the first man through. Strong carry, and it's going to be stopped after a gain of about 4 or 5 on the play. And now with 1:30 to play. ICC and women and men's basketball team, a lot of new faces on those teams this season. I believe each team with 8 new faces on the roster. They'll open the season on Thursday, I believe, against Lawson State here in Fulton. We do invite you to come out and attend the game there. 1 minute to play here as ICC leads at 61-16 with the running clock here in the fourth quarter. It's going to be a keeper by the quarterback. He pitches it out. What a beautiful pitch. Trying to get to the outside, and he's going to be hit and dropped. Once again, a great read that time by number 9, Jesse Wilson. I'm going to say this. If there's any coach out there that runs the option offense on the next level, Jesse Wilson is your guy. He is fearless. Held on that football, took a nasty pop, and he's the first one down the field, waiting for the rest of his teammates to catch up to the football.
Clock running at him. 30 seconds left in the ball game. 61-16. You know, Holmes is trying to punch it in here. First and goal. The ball's at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, I think Jesse Wilson is actually trying to catch his breath here after taking a pretty nasty hit there. Going to pitch it out to Pleasant. Pleasant trying to get to the outside. Turns the corner. It's going to be ran out of bounds, and that will do it here this afternoon. ICC is going to pick up a 61-16 win here over the Bulldogs as we count down the final 5 seconds of the contest. ICC gets the win here on homecoming, 61-16 over the Bulldogs of Holmes. We're going to take a break and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report and much more here from Fulton on FM 95 Sports and Let'sGoICCTV.com. The Indians win it 61-16 over the Bulldogs.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Nah, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
And welcome back to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC wins it 61-60. A tradition, win or lose, the ICC football team comes over and shows the ICC All-American band some love. And I'll tell you what, win or lose, but it's always extra fun when you get that W to come over and celebrate with the ICC All-American band.
Adam, it's better when you win. Of course, this has been a wonderful weekend, homecoming weekend, a lot of fun things going on. And, of course, to end it with a victory 61-16 makes it very special. Enjoyed working with you this year. If we don't have any more games, maybe we will. We're not sure right now, but we're going to share the North Division. No doubt about that, with only one loss in the North Division. It's been a fun time working with you, Mr. Gore.
Absolutely. You see the Indians enjoying themselves down there on the sideline. Let's take a look at some Sonic scoring this afternoon. I'll tell you what, folks, this is going to take a while, so get comfortable. So the ball game started on the first drive of the game for the Indians. ICC took a 6-0 lead on a 3-yard run by Dan Ellington. The kick failed, and that was with 12:13 to go in the first quarter. Then it was a 90-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown. Technically intercepted the pitch by Keyshawn Hurd. Comer added the PAT. 13-0. ICC with the lead. With 3:34 to go in the first quarter, ICC took a 20-0 lead when Dan Ellington hit Jamel Thomas on a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kick was good. At the 14-14 mark of the second quarter, basically the first play in the second quarter, Dan Ellington hit Terry Williams for a 9-yard touchdown pass. The 2-point conversion failed, 26-0 ICC. Then it was 8:27 mark of the second quarter, a 13-yard touchdown pass, second of the game from Dan Ellington to Terry Williams. The kick was good, and it was 33-0 ICC. Holmes gets on the board with 16 seconds left in the first half. The 2-point conversion run was good. It was a 1-yard run by Wilson. Wilson added the 2-point conversion, and it was a 33-8 score at the break. In the third quarter, it was 33-16 as Wilson scored on a 2-yard run. He added the 2-point conversion on a pass, and that made it 33-16, and then it was all ICC from there, folks. It was a little trickeration for the Indians as it was Salisbury with a pass to Reed for a 31-yard touchdown pass, 40-16 ICC with the lead after the kick. And then it was at the 6:51 mark. It was the second defensive touchdown of the day for the Indians. They took a 47-16 lead after a 32-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown. The kick was good there with 6:51 to go in the third quarter. And then at the 1:22 mark of the third quarter, it was 54-16 after Dan Ellington threw a touchdown pass to Terry Williams, the third of the day between those two, 1:22 to go in the third. And then your long touchdown in the fourth quarter after a running clock there in the fourth quarter was a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown by Tyrese Quinn. Your final score, 61-16 after the kick was good. And Mr. Jim, just a dominant performance on both sides of the football this afternoon by the Indians.
Great effort. You know, they came out focused. Found a way to get 3 touchdowns defensively, carried the ball game. We mentioned some records by Dan Ellington, records by Terry Williams. Good crowd, good homecoming win, finishing the season on a high note, winning the last 4, Adam? Is that right?
I think we won 5 in a row.
5 in a row. We're 6-3, and it's been a great year so far. And congratulations to the coaching staff and the football team. Outstanding win for the Indians here on homecoming day.
All right, we're going to take another timeout. Hear a word from Sonic and come back with some Sonic stats and more here on the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC wins it 61-16 over the Bulldogs of Holmes.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99? Last time we ate this good for $2.99, we were in college.
No, I was in college. You were in denial.
That's not true.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
A cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99?
Man, I can't believe they still hand make the onion rings.
Oh, then you're going to love this. It's hand folded.
Oh, it's a swan.
It's a napkin, dude.
Get a cheeseburger and handmade onion rings for just $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at some Sonic stats real quick, Mr. Jim. I know you got some stats there in front of you.
Do, Adam. And looking at the ICC stats, we had a total of 20 first downs for the game.
Yes.
166 rushing yards, 352 passing yards, a total of 518 total yards, 6 for 7 on third down. As we mentioned, 3 touchdowns defensively. Great effort, a total team effort, and a total team win today.
Absolutely. Those are your final stats of the afternoon. As we're trying to get some total stats on the day, those are the first half numbers for Terry Williams and that. But we do see that Dan Ellington finishes the season with 3,155 yards passing. Terry Williams, 1,081 yards receiving. That is their season totals this season. Both record-breaking numbers. The first quarterback, as we know it, in ICC history to eclipse the 3,000-yard mark in Dan Ellington. And I'll tell you what, a special kid that has had a great career this season for ICC.
He's a special kid, a very pleasant, intelligent young man, very well-respected. And for him to be so athletic and still throw for that amount of yardage speaks volumes of his talent.
Absolutely. The Indians still meeting there on the field right now. So we're going to take a break and come back. Coach Sean Cannon will make his way up for the Renaissance Bank postgame report as we step inside Little Caesars Coach's Corner. And we're going to probably let Sean have as much time as he wants to celebrate with his team out there this afternoon with the big win. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah.
Arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare.
Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seed.
American cheese. Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Fresh cut bone-in quarter loin pork chops, $1.28 per pound. Red potatoes, 5-pound bag, $1.99. And Domino granulated sugar, 4-pound bag, $1.78.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
From the day you realized who you were meant to be and what you were meant to do, you knew you had to start pursuing your dreams. Why? Because you have a purpose that is only yours. You have discovered a talent and style that is all your own. There's no one else that's you. You can be better, accomplish more, and make a difference. We'll help you get there. At Itawamba Community College, we give you the opportunity to pursue a life above.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Fresh cut bone-in quarter loin pork chops, $1.28 per pound. Red potatoes, 5-pound bag, $1.99. And Domino granulated sugar, 4-pound bag, $1.78.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
And welcome back to action here in the part of the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC wins at 61-16. Coach Sean Cannon headed up here to the ICC Foundation broadcast booth in a moment to talk about today's victory over the Bulldogs. Jim, your final thoughts on today's game?
Adam, a total domination, a great win for the program. A beautiful day, as we mentioned. It's a little bit cool, but it's homecoming. A lot of fun activities. As you mentioned, the 1977 team that won the state championship was honored before the game. Homecoming court before the game. Just an outstanding day all around. And we played extremely well, and I'm so proud of the Indians. I'm proud of the crowd here. Adam, what a great year. Been an exciting year here, being 6-3. Very close to winning every game. Lost several games in the last minute, but what a great, great victory for the Indians. And here's the coach.
And we're going to welcome Coach Sean Cannon into the ICC Foundation broadcast booth. ICC picks up the 61-16 win here over the Bulldogs. And Coach Sean Cannon, let him get his headsets on and catch his breath. Coach, total dominant performance on both sides of the football this afternoon. The Indians scored 3 defensive touchdowns. Hey, pretty good job of the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, well, I thought it was going to be important to take the ball and try to score, which we did. And then I knew the speed of how they run their offense was going to be a lot different what we worked in practice, just because it's hard to simulate. And getting the turnover there on the, I don't know what it was, 5 maybe, and then being able to take that thing back to the house, and it just kept them off balance. And I thought we made some good plays, on both sides of the ball. Didn't see a lot of the offense today because I was over there trying to make adjustments, but anytime you can do that against a really good football team, a team that I respect, a coach that I respect, to be able to do that today, what a great homecoming win.
Of course, Sean talks about some of those defensive touchdowns. It was a 95-yard fumble recovery. Technically, he intercepted the pitch on the option by Keyshawn Hurd. The other one was a scoop and score on a fumble by Jarvis Hayes, 32 yards. And then the longest, you say he tied the record, the longest interception return for a touchdown by Tyrese Quinn.
Yeah.
100 yards, just kind of dotted the I's and crossed the T's this afternoon.
It did. The way we played, last year against these guys defensively, we spent a lot of time at the office this week, trying to, formulate a good plan. And, I take pride, any defensive coach takes pride in trying to stop the option. It just gives you a different challenge week, when you play these guys. And, we controlled what they wanted to do. We wanted to make them drive the field, in which they did. And eventually the turnovers came. But I thought, the fullback who had come in and ran it on everybody, I thought when we need to, we stopped him, especially on the 2 4th down stops there, was huge. And our offense is able to capitalize. But I'm just so proud of our kids, the way they played, and, hate to see them go.
Absolutely. 6-3 on the season. Coach, this has been a record-breaking season. Pretty safe to say the most points scored by an ICC football team this season. Dan Ellington, unofficially 3,155 yards passing this season. The first quarterback, as we know it, to eclipse the 3,000-yard passing mark.
Right.
Terry Williams set the mark for most receiving yards last season, set it again this season. I think we counted him up to be 1,081 yards this afternoon. First player to ever eclipse 1,000 yards receiving.
I told the guys after the game, I said, and I really forgot about it. And I told them, I said, from where that guy came from in that back locker room 3 years ago to, I said, you're going to be here in 10 more years, man. Wherever you are, you're going to come back. You're going to be in that Hall of Fame the way you do. Yes. And but it just shows the heart of these kids. And that was one thing I told them after the game, that, the thing I was so proud of them all, just playing with heart, and that's what they did this year.
And, Coach, unfortunately, the tiebreaker doesn't go in our favor this season. So this is the last regular season game of the year. We don't know about bowl bids, what those will be extended. So just in case, let's give you the open mic now to address the fans that have supported you guys all season long and have watched either here on Let'sGoICCTV.com or listen on FM 95 Sports.
Well, these kids, when they come here, a lot of them come from smaller programs, high schools, whatnot, and in week in and week out. And that's one thing I can say about our school is we have great fan support. We go on the road to teams. Fan support is not there. I think our fans keep our kids in the game. Our band, cheerleaders, and probably the people that make this thing go more than anybody is the people behind the scenes. You guys, for what you were able to do to putting our games online, because a lot of my buddies will call me, Coach, y'all got the best view online I've ever seen. And then Coach Ball and Dr. Boggs and Dr. Allen just having a great atmosphere and being able to go back and honor people like we do, the 77 football team, and just unbelievable things that we do here that go above and beyond what's probably asked of anybody. And I told the kids after the game, I said, I'm going to do whatever I can do in my power to fight to get us a bowl game. I said, because this team deserves to play another game. And going into the year, you always look at your schedule and you say, well, you got to beat this and you got to beat that one. And that was what the coaches said. I said, we need to finish 1-1 at least against, our two biggest opponents every year is Northwest and East Mississippi. And we did that against Northwest here and then came up short. But, you go back and look at the way we started the season with Hines and then with Gulf Coast and then Hines, and we had those ball games in our grass, didn't make it done. But the good thing is our kids, I guess we won 6 out of our last 7 ball games that we played. But the thing I'm most proud of is how they just kept getting better as the year went on. They didn't tank it. They kept playing, kept fighting, and I was reserved all week to mention because I knew the playoff scenario, and I didn't want to tell them that because I wanted to come out here and win for our fans and win for their fans. And you see across the field here, all these families still out here and celebrating and enjoying. But but I told them, I said, hey, to be North champions, which that's what we are.
Yep.
The first time I believe since 06 maybe.
I believe so.
Is something that when I got here in 2010, we were way off that mark, and for us to be able to call champions, whether you call it co or try or whatever, we're still in that W column with the same records as those guys, and to be able to do that and just the hard work our coaches have put in, just to see, these kids go out and have this success. I told them, I'm gonna get you a North Champions T-shirt. That's what we are, but I can't thank enough of my coaches, just the hours they put in, and and just the people people that they are as well, just how good of a people they are, and working with our players and, holding them accountable and all those things that really matters moving forward with their life. And that's what I told the sophomores. I said, hey, you hope you learn here, moving on, that always play with your heart. Always go out there and give all you got. And that's what they did today.
Well, Coach, I'm also going to save you a little bit of time on the couch this evening. There's a lady behind you may want to thank as well.
Sometimes she always asks me in the morning, what time did you get home? Because it'll be 1 or 2 in the morning, and I'm like, 11 o'clock. No, you didn't. I got up at 1. You weren't in bed yet. But, she knows the work I put in and my family sacrifices, that they know that I have to make, in my job that I got. But, those 3 are my biggest fans, my kids, and my number one. She might as well be the head coach. I'm just the assistant. But, she hurts with me when we lose. She loves me when we win. And, but the good thing is I get to go home tonight and get to be back normal dad. I get to be the honey-do list and go to the grocery store and all those good things that I hadn't been able to do since basically July. But like I said, I told the kids that hopefully we can let this thing play out and hopefully we'll get another football game under our belt before this year's wrapped up. But very proud of our kids and just the way they finished out the season and all those things.
ICC wins at 61-16. We're talking with Coach Sean Cannon. Coach, congratulations. I know you want to get back down there, celebrate with fans and family and the rest of these players. Congratulations on the win this afternoon.
Appreciate y'all. Thanks so much.
We're going to take one more break and come back with more of the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC defeats Holmes 61-16 here on Homecoming. Back with more right after this.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account freezes up
no.
with things like
We'll be back on
check
there.
Deposit.
Dude,
Take
I'm
care of
getting a
that check
Jeffy
from
shirt
grandma
made.
without having to stop at a bank.
Yes.
Pay with your phone when you're out with
Okay,
friends.
I might holler at y'all.
And
Thank
stop
you.
worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back one final time here from Fulton. ICC defeats Holmes 61-16 on Homecoming. And Jim, you heard a very emotional, very passionate Sean Cannon talk there, and he like the rest of us, very proud of this ICC football team.
And he talked about the right things. He talked about class, playing with passion, never giving up, family, friends, fans. He talked about the good things that football brings, and he's very appreciative of everything that's happened here at ICC. And he talked about the institution of ICC tries to do things right, and that's a reflection on our president, our cabinet, and our leaders here at the school, and it's very, very positive, and I like it.
Absolutely. As we said, this could possibly be the final football game of the year. Could have one more. Bowl bids have not been announced yet, and you got to think a team that is red hot, winning 6 of their last 7, scored over 60 points 3 times this season, has a quarterback that leads the nation possibly in total passing yards with over 3,000 yards passing, a receiver with over 1,000 yards receiving. You got to think whenever teams start or when hosts start looking at bowl opportunities, this Itawamba football squad could be very tempting to go ahead and pull the trigger and make that phone call.
No doubt about it, and it sounds like Coach Cannon definitely wants to play another game. Sounds like the kids want to play another game.
Absolutely.
So we hope that happens for them.
Your final score here from Fulton. ICC wins it 61-16 over the Holmes Bulldogs here on Homecoming. For Jared Shield back in Amory, my partner, Mr. Jim Ingram, you've got Cal Brown, Austin Blansett, Raphael Henry, and Lee Adams here for the ICC Sports Information crew. We'll see you next time here on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com. Don't forget, you can listen to Amory football every Friday night here on FM 95 Sports, as well as FM95Radio.com. Thursday night, ICC basketball tips off here at the Davis Event Center. That'll be available here on Let's Go ICCTV.com. I'm Adam Gore. We'll see you next time. Good evening, and Roll Tribe.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And and know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
From the day you realized who you were meant to be and what you were meant to do, you knew you had to start pursuing your dreams. Why? Because you have a purpose that is only yours. You have discovered a talent and style that is all your own. There's no one else that's you. You can be better, accomplish more, and make a difference. We'll help you get there. At Itawamba Community College, we give you the opportunity to pursue a life above the bar.